All right.
Arizona make us the first person in the comments again 2 weeks in a row.
I'm just getting the comments up.
That's cool.
What's up, Mick?
Hey guys. Hey.
Sweet. What's up, everybody?
Oh,
Cheers!
man.
It's Friday.
Cheers.
Let's have an IPA.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Let's get the link going here.
Mm-hmm.
Start wrenching people up. Oh, Wax is here. What's up,
What's
Rob?
up, Rob?
Hey, Rob. So, did you guys get all your boxes already from Acoustic Sounds?
I did. I got
Yes.
mine like 2 days ago or 3 days ago.
Me neither. They broke mine in two and delayed.
Did
Oh,
they
right.
delay it or did FedEx delay it?
FedEx they sent one box on
Rob.
for Friday, another for Saturday. Now both for Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
They usually come. Beautiful.
You know, you're already starting with record.
Is that the double 45?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I hate getting the fuck up every 5 minutes, but it's good. It's
My
Well,
buddy
you
just
put
thought
the
that.
turntable right next to you, like me.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's a hop, skip, and jump, but
Yeah.
Should I get it?
oh yeah, without a doubt. Sell that other one and get this one. It's not even comparable.
Yeah.
The Shelly Man's drums are just snappy. You know, that's the one thing I really always notice with these 45s. The drums sound sound like drums, really. Is that
Mhm.
my observation?
Like Brubeck timeout. Do you have this 45?
I have the 33. Yeah, I was chilling because I'm cleaning. I went to a couple of state sales and I'm cleaning records for our auction tomorrow, so I have to get up. But I was just chill. I needed a second to chill, and I just wish I had a really nice 33. I wish they did a 33 of this. God help me. I haven't pulled the trigger on the box. I'll probably do it this weekend.
All
But,
right.
Yeah, just getting up every few minutes is sucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like unless you're like actively listening,
Yeah.
you're trying to like cook and listen, 45 is not the way to go.
No.
No.
But I'll tell you what, not to manipulate the stream. This one thing I found that I'm keeping and is hot is this soundtrack.
I saw your
Okay.
post. How's that?
Let's see it.
Have you ever seen this movie?
No.
Nope.
No.
If you've seen, I think Jackie Brown.
Oh yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
The song Bobby Womack did this, but J.J. Johnson, the trombone player.
Across 110th Street, so that's going into Harlem. Is that the idea?
The Cross 110th Street is in Jackie. It's the first song in Jackie Brown. He took it from this.
Oh, right.
Huh.
But I think a lot of people sleep on Bobby Womack.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact,
Yeah, I don't know him.
I picked this one up too. But
Nice.
this is really good, and I never see this. And
He
I'm
sings that song, right? Across 110th Street.
yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Huh.
He wrote it for this. But this is a good movie too. I guess you would call it a blaxploitation film,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a really kick-ass movie. But this soundtrack is awesome.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then here I'm selling this tomorrow, but I found this today. This
Okay.
gold stamp
This
promo.
This
nice.
is my first Beatles record. I got from my parents in Brazil, like in the 80s.
Okay, so there's something interesting about this particular version of it. Do you know what it is?
A poster.
No, there's no poster. But
Bring it up.
well, there's the regular version, and this version has the edited version of Hey Jude. That's why people want to get this.
Hmm.
But this version, I think, is the only one with. It doesn't show up on my camera. It has blue. That color is blue,
Okay.
but it's drying right now. There's a misprint on the label.
Huh.
They list yesterday as a minute and 4 seconds.
Oh, right.
2 minutes and 4 seconds. So this isn't even. If you go to the Discogs listing for this, there's none for sale. I mean, it's not outrageously expensive, but I think it'd be a good thing to sell tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I have
that's cool.
a regular version of this, but it's not, the greatest hits is not my. I have all the Beatles stuff, but I'm not a big to collect all the stuff,
This was my only Beatles record for many years when I grew up.
Yeah. All I have is the red and blue comps. I don't have anything else.
Felipe, when I was down in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
one thing I noticed was a poster of a Beatles cover band, but they were all Brazilian and they were probably singing in Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, in Brazil, there's some of the biggest big Beatles collectors in the world. Like two guys I know for sure.
Yeah.
They own like almost everything. It's crazy, and some bands too. But most of them sing in English actually.
It does
some guys sing in Portuguese.
It does have Ringo's pubic hair in here, I think, or someone's pubic hair. Have you heard of this band?
Passport? No.
They're jazz fusion.
Huh.
I do not know any of these guys.
Is that on Atco? Is that what that says?
Here's what's cool about this. This looks like it's never been played. So it's like a mint copy. And I did stream. I did stream, but there's I love it when you find these old labels in pristine.
Atco,
Yeah.
I mean, even this inner sleeve is pristine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Who's on it?
Well, you've heard of Wolfgang Schmid and Kurt Kreis. Everyone, Kurt Kreis. Come on, man.
Huge Kurt Kreis fan. Is Christian Schulitz on there?
Yeah. That dude that really knows how to walk upright. And then there's Klaus Doldenginger.
Oh
wow.
But come on, Klaus. Not only does he play the tenor sax, the soprano sax, he plays the Moog synthesizer,
Wow.
electric piano, and the Metro Harmonium.
I got like 10 of his records, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Everyone used to like him because he gave out full-size candy bars on Halloween.
So is there a punk Beatles record?
Can I see that inner sleeve? Can you show that inner sleeve?
Yeah. Give me a second because my
on the other side. So the one I'm seeing online, the inner sleeve looked like one of those composition notebooks, like it's black and white. It's kind of
that weird. This is, I guess Atco was distributed by Warner Brothers in the U.S.
Okay, so you got it.
That was like a standard, like the brown one,
and
the composition notebook one is another standard.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Half of the records I have that have OG inner sleeves are from different labels. I swear, because people didn't care. I mean, if they cared enough to actually put it back in the inner sleeve, you were lucky.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and then
I'll be right back. I hear you guys.
I think most of mine Atlantic, some Atlantic. I might have one or two Blue Notes, but mostly Atlantic. They have those printed inner sleeves.
Yeah, exactly. Most times when you buy them at the record store, it probably didn't have an inner sleeve before they kind of wiped it off to make it look like it wasn't totally trashed, right?
Right. Yeah.
Put it in a generic paper sleeve and sold it for 10 times what they bought it for.
Oh yeah.
So Felipe, what pressing is that behind you?
That's a Blue Label.
Van Gelder, all that?
Let me see. This is not Van Gelder, but
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah. I passed up a Blue Label Nukes Time a few weeks back because it wasn't Van Gelder.
So my Nukes Time is Van Gelder. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I need that record. I don't have Nukes Time yet.
I have the twofer with the multicolored twofer.
Yeah.
But that's a comp of like 4 of his. I think he did 4 Blue Note albums. Or at least 3.
Volume 1, Volume 2, Nukes Time, and I think maybe there's a third. I'm not sure.
But that one has a comp of all of them. It was, and I found it sealed, so it's one of my opening old album videos. So.
Did you already do it?
Yeah. You can go. Well, I feel if the Baggy,
yeah,
you went through and watched all my videos, and I said, dude, I feel sorry for you.
So that Milt Jackson behind you? What's on that?
This one?
Yeah.
So here's the fun. I'll tell you a funny story. Let me go put this in the rack. And this is actually, here's the one that has yesterday.
See that? Yeah.
That looks like it has some of the songs that the recent classic series. Has on.
I think it is. I think it is. So let me put this in the rack, and I'll tell you.
Be curious to hear.
Yeah, so I went to Amoeba one day and went to the dollar bin, and the classic Milt Jackson that just came out, I found without the jacket a really nice copy for $1 of that from one of the French DMMs.
Wow.
So I think I did a shootout, which sounds better. But I think this is this too. I think so. One of some of these, like I just did an opening. I filmed it. I haven't posted it of the Freddie Hubbard I had. Right. The seal.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, one of those albums was already released.
Hubtones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was released at the time they released this, and this is looking green, but it's blue.
Okay.
So I think this one is Bag's Opus was the one that's released, and then the first,
that's right.
The first two sides are.
I think it's a mix.
No, I think it's from a 1952 session.
So I think that's what resulted. So tracks A to 4, and then A6 and A7 are part of that Milt Jackson with John Lewis, Percy Heath, Kenny Clark, Lou Donaldson, and the Thelonious Monk. Which is Blue Note 1509, the one they did on. Okay. Yeah.
There's 1511 there. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. What's 1511?
1511.
5011, not 1550.
Yeah.
Oh, 5011. That's the 10-inch then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a 10-inch before it was in the 1500 series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This sounds good. But
all those two first sound good. I have 4 of them, and all of them sound excellent.
Yeah.
Well, obviously in this one here, I have this here. I thought I'd showed this before. And I picked this up like last couple weeks. Is this too?
Yeah.
Nice.
But his stuff on it, I'm not too crazy about the stuff he did on Impulse.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm a hit or miss with like his. I have this from him.
I think it's Prestige. Yeah.
I have this. This is an original Savoy Milt Jackson. This is kind of a boring record. I mean, it's not. It's got okay vibes on it, but it's nothing.
I'll give you $5 for it right now.
I think I paid $5 for it.
Okay, I'll give you $3 for it right now.
Well, I gotta burn it first.
Right.
Oh wait! What do you do now?
Hold on.
You rip off.
So the lineup's solid. So it's Milt Jackson, Lucky Thompson on tenor, Hank Jones piano, Wendell Marshall bass, and Kenny Clark drums.
Okay.
So it's basically jazz quartet, right? Without
Was that any of the guys?
Without John? What do you call it?
No.
Yeah.
It's Percy. What?
Yeah, Percy Heath. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
He played. On bass. Yes. He played. Yeah. I got another record here, Milt Jackson with Percy Heath. I just got it this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
you guys have this one?
Yes, absolutely.
I have
that's a blue label. That's Van Gelder.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, this is very good.
Let's do the front again, Felipe.
And it has Jackie McLean on sax.
Yeah. This is a comp. So like I think side A.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody's on every song.
No.
No.
Let me check.
This is a good one. That's a cool cover too.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna be selling a lot of jazz tomorrow.
You are.
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
What time are you guys starting?
Huh?
You selling that Alice Coltrane? I'll buy that Alice Coltrane from you for $40.
Look, I got a bidding war. Wait, hang on. We got a bidding war.
Well, you were nice enough to send me like a really nice cover.
Oh, it's sleep, and it has the original inner too.
Yeah, well, that going with my VG Plus version will be a $200 sale. I'm pretty sure of it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you had a pretty nice trade for that. So I was trying to VCLT it to Rob, and he was like, "No, I'm selling it, so I'm not going to take it for VCLT."
Yeah, I'm not going to take it.
So he's like, "Just what do you want?" And I was like, "Well, I'm collecting Impulse." And then like the next day, he's like, "I have like an OG John Coltrane ballads. Is that fine?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's
I
fine,
mean,
whatever.
it's.
I think it's. You said it was beat. It is definitely not beat. I mean, yes, like the first track on side B.
Yeah.
There is a smudge, and it is a quiet record, so like it's going to be more prominent on this. But it's all right. I mean,
it plays with noise.
Yeah.
It plays with a little noise, and it's not Van Gelder. It's the Bell Sound version. But I have the acoustic sounds version, so I'm happy to have this to compare against and just have it in my collection as an OG.
I paid $5 for it, so.
Oh well, on Discogs, I would say. I don't know. I think it's $5 is.
No, I think I had it listed for 20 something.
Yeah, that's a fair price.
Right.
But honestly, I just had the Alice Coltrane cover with no record. So like, what was I doing with it?
Well, I have the old Alice Coltrane cover, but the reason I'm selling it is I have the Vinyl Me Please Alice Coltrane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how does that sound? And is that AAA, all that stuff?
Yeah. That thing's good.
I should get that. So the story on that cover is that I went to a record fair and I saw that and I took out the record and it was like mint, like near mint. And the guy wanted $10 for it. And the guy next to me saw it and he was like, "What is that?" He's like, "They want $10 for that?" And he's like, "Take out the wax. Let me see it." So we're looking at it. I'm like, "Holy crap, it's so clean." And I bring it home and it's a different Alice Coltrane record. It's the World Galaxy record, which is also very good. It's this record here. You
just printed that out?
I just printed it out because, like, you know, what am I going to do? But I didn't want to keep it in that jacket. I mean, that jacket was literally like down my cellar, like just sitting there because I didn't know what to do with it. I was going to frame it maybe, but I didn't know if I really wanted to frame it.
Is this a new VC roll you can sell a gift for at least 5 times the price?
You name it.
But this is a good record. But that's why it was a mismatched record. So that's why I had that sleeve.
I have a VG Plus version of this, and I found a scuffed up, but surprisingly, if you like that ballads, this plays a little better than the ballads.
Okay,
this is a good.
Is that going on sale tomorrow?
Yep, it's a deep groove blue Riverside label.
Cool.
Nice.
Keep an eye out for it.
What time's the auction?
Huh?
When's the auction tomorrow?
3 p.m. Pacific. Here it is. Again, it looks green, but it's blue. My camera, I don't know what's going on. But it's deep groove.
Okay.
OG.
There's probably some color correction settings for your camera, man.
Yeah, maybe probably fluorescent to bulb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on an Apple MacBook, but I tried going into the settings and I couldn't find any of that.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
Who's all on that? What lineup is that?
Oh, it's like the poll winner. So it's Ray Brown and Wes Montgomery. And you know who people sleep on? Is Victor Feldman. Do you know Victor Feldman?
I know the name. I'm trying to remember what he's in, though.
Let me go pull. I have, my apartment looks like a crazy person lives here. So Victor Feldman was a British dude who came here, I think and automatically he was a vibe piano.
Yeah.
And in fact, when Kevin Gray did, Kevin Gray started his record label in the late 70s, and he did 2 Victor Feldman records. One I think wasn't released, and I found a copy of the Victor Feldman with the coherent audio, and I think that's really the only album that he ever put out before he restarted the label now.
Okay.
So it's the one I have that's really good. I have an OJC, and it's Victor Feldman, but it's the first appearance of Scott LaFaro.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at his discography now, and he has a few records with Scott.
I got a record with
Chris. Somebody's asking in the Peanut Gallery about the Ornette Tone Poet box.
Oh, yeah. Anybody have any experience with the Tone Poet box set from Ornette Coleman? So am I the only one that bought it? I don't think y'all bought it, right?
It's still available.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think it's going to get hugely discounted because I think they made a shitload of them.
I'm thinking it too. Well, hang on. Let me answer this question real quick.
That is a
Did you
ridiculous
buy it,
cover, Rob.
Rob? Do you have that box set? The Ornette?
I don't.
The only reason I would get it is to get that Jackie McLean album, which is part of it.
Right. So
But I
that's kind of my answer to it. I did buy it, and I list. If you like that music, it's 5 or 6 Tone Poets, so it's great, right? But dude, 3 or 4 of those records I'll listen to once every 10 years if I'm lucky, right? Like,
what is the best one? The Jackie McLean?
Absolutely. And then the Golden Circle ones are good. I like those. But then the rest of them are kind of.
Now, my question is: what you're listening to? Is it make it easier chopping the bodies up and burying them in your basement?
Yes, it's motivation to chop through the bodies ever so much faster, so you can get past the record. But it's playing while you chop the bodies up, right?
Now,
All right,
get the record off of your turn.
Chris, can you make Rob big? And Rob, can you show that record? Because since he
what's the Ornette?
So he's British, right? So I guess the idea is that he's arriving in America.
Yeah, he's a Brit. Nothing's better than a British Jew. So, but there's Scott LaFara. This is his first appearance.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Stephen Fry, so I will say.
I love Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
Or what about that other guy who's really good? He played the Tick, the last version of the Tick. He's hysterical.
I don't know.
Stefano he has a long kind of name, but I don't know. But this is good. This is
Califaro's there. I mean, it's a ridiculous cover. What is it? It's just a trio.
Yeah, it's not different than with Scott LaFaro with Bill Evans. So
okay,
but I think he's playing the vibes. He mostly is playing the piano on this.
Okay, cool.
So check this out. I've got another Victor Feldman record. So this is a weird one. This is Magical Mystery by Bud Shank, and it's like, I don't know. Let's see if you can.
I like that cover.
Yeah, he was a big side man. He played on a lot of albums. I have him on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of weird though. It's like, I don't think it's late 60s, early 70s, but it's got Bud Shank, Chet Baker, Gary Barone playing flugelhorn, Herb Ellis. Some other
Rev's here. Rev says that he had an oral surgery today, but he's listening.
That's fine. Have some ice cream.
The Rev is here.
Why did you need oral surgery?
I got nothing to do with that, okay?
That's the bigger question. Who punched you in the face, Rev?
What did you do to that person? Yeah. Do you like the Pacific Jazz World Pacific stuff?
Can we see that label, Chris?
Yeah.
Is it the blue and black one?
Yeah, hang on.
Now, if you haven't gotten the craft Ornette box, that thing is worth owning.
That thing's awesome.
And it's like only $55 right now.
How much? I don't know why I made you big. I'm just trying
do you want me to teach you a trick?
Yes.
I've already said this a million times. You get the Honey extension for your browser, and you load up everything you want in your Amazon cart, and then you get a notification when the price drops, right?
I'll drop this in the chat.
This
is
I have one of these.
That's like the early 80s.
Yeah. It's still Deep Groove. I think I have one of those. I can't remember which one it is. But
so you go to Amazon Warehouse and you you type in vinyl records and I go to the jazz thing, and I've had hit and miss. So I got the Grant Green, the Latin bit, sealed. Just the cover was messed up a little.
From the warehouse? From the warehouse?
Yeah, I got it for $20. Yeah. I got that for $20.
Yeah.
I did order the Marvin Gaye reissue, and that thing was warped. They should not have sold it.
So that's the problem with Amazon. I get warped records. Do you guys still want me to send it back? They say, yeah, you have to send it back. Target tells you not to send it back, which I think is a good thing.
It depends. Sometimes, again, that's part of their insurance, I think. Amazon used to do that, and I think they're just trying to not let people not
Oh, yeah.
take advantage of that situation. So
Yeah.
So Amazon, I mean, I bought a lot of the main like releases, like classics and tone poets from Amazon, because if they are screwed up, they'll just give you a new one, and you got a month to send the other one back.
Yeah.
And I'll just take it to the UPS store like 2 miles from my house, hand it to them unwrapped, and they just take it, and it's over with. It's amazing.
well,
Mhm.
mine's
Yeah.
across. My post office and the UPS is across the street from my place.
With that
Yeah.
wins, obviously.
Yeah,
Well,
me too.
you know what? They know who you are, Baggy. That's
Hey,
why.
Baggy.
Well, for me, the Target albums come from Oregon. I guess they have a big warehouse up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
my target comes from Maryland.
yeah, well, I'll say this: when they have that buy two get one free sale, I go all out. Whatever I can get.
Yeah.
I got my Nirvana big box there for like $200. Less
Yeah.
than that.
Most of the reason I built up the Tone Poet when they did it the first time, I got every Tone Poet they had.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And they resell craft as well, and some MoFis to be.
Oh no, yeah, their online business is great, and I kind of have this conclusion that they're an affiliate for Amazon. So when the price, because it's eerie that the prices are the same and change the same.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about this? The warps, or because they're packing on when they're not cooled down? I don't know.
It could be. I mean, in that new RTI video that Joe Harley put out on Blue Note, you guys see that?
Yeah.
They talk about how they let them cool. There's like a step that they basically let them rest for, I guess, an hour or something.
They let them cool on camera.
hours.
When they're not on camera, there's a guy with a whip making.
Well, it's
them.
funny because as they were described, when they were sleeving them, there were two women sleeving them, and there was a guy basically saying like, "And we inspect every record before it goes in the sleeve."
Oh, yeah,
both sides. And you can see they're not checking them at
They're
all.
not looking at shit. I did notice that completely. Also, how many RTI sleeves do you get that are like just crammed in and all?
Well, they were doing a MoFi, so you could see them putting it into the MoFi sleeve on one side, and then the other side. I guess
They get folded.
What's that?
When they cram them in, I get folded inner sleeves.
Yeah,
Cram them in.
yeah, same.
Yeah,
But
those sticky cloud inner sleeves, they're just like really bad. They come in the Music Matters, they come in the Tone Poets. I don't get it why they do the Tone Poets.
Hey, so to get back, Mike sent me, Bazzi texted me that he had gotten those Miles Davis, and I'm not kicking myself because I'm trying to change my attitude. That when you said that, because I love Gene Ammons, and I just said I'd rather get the Bill Evans than the Gene Ammons.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that because they had probably a little bit of jackets. The Gene Ammons and then the Lockjaw Davis and Johnny Griffin, those sold out pretty quickly.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that means they must have only had like 300 jackets or less than that.
Probably.
But they're I think they're not out of print.
I
They're
hope so. There's I want to get the Benny I slept on the Benny Golson one. And
I got that.
I really want that.
Yeah.
And
here, man.
Yeah, who's on? What's the lineup on that? And wait, just twist
Benny Golson, Curtis Fuller, Ray Brown,
that's it for me.
Paul Chambers, and Art Blakey.
Speaking of Curtis Fuller, this came in 3 days ago, and I've been wanting this for about, I don't know, like a year. I've been really just like scouring the internet for it. But this is a U.S. pressing of Bluesette, and it's a third pressing from I think 72 or 73 on the Oxblood label. I actually got it from somebody in Amsterdam who is a collector who just kind of sells.
Smell that, man. It's probably got some fresh Coke on it.
Well, so I was talking with him over Discogs, and he was saying that he's just selling this because he found an RBG stamped one. This one is stamped by, it has a PC stamp, which is for Paul Caddy, who did a lot of Savoy. And he said it sounds fine, but the RBG is just like that much better, so he was getting rid of this. And he sold it to me for a very reasonable price, and I'm just so happy I have a U.S. pressing of this. And it sounds, I listened to it again today, it sounds awesome. So,
yeah.
Did you see what
a great record. What's that?
Baggy said he wished he had waited for the AP relaxing because the craft one sucks.
Oh, I've heard mixed reviews of that.
Well, wait, it doesn't suck.
I'm sure it's
he doesn't like it.
So Baggy, what don't you like about it? Is there a specific? Is there something specific?
It's over here.
I don't have it. I didn't buy it. I think it was a
You know what?
very
Actually,
bad mistake.
sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No. I think it was just a bad strategy. I mean, everybody knew AP was releasing. There are so many good OJCs. Everybody was fed up with their small batch system. People are already like turned down, and then they release a title that's so easy to get.
Okay,
So, Chris, can you
now-
put Baggy's comment up about
well,
it being
I know
bad?
now. I know what people were saying. So, from what I understand, it's the way the tape sounded. So, Miles is very hot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now the thing is, I have an early pressing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I have the
it's a
exact same
blue-
one.
It's
Yeah.
a Trident, but it's RVG, and this sounds hot too. So it
Yeah.
just may be how the record sounds. Baggy,
No,
do you have another copy to compare it against?
I read a thing with Bernie Grumman saying he didn't mess with it. It's the way the tape is.
So because this is bright, like a bright.
It's very
purple.
bright. It is.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it that bright, I can understand why you don't like it.
Yeah.
It does.
Get a shit Loki.
It doesn't suck, but
Get a shit Loki.
hey,
I
but
will-
Felipe, to your point, from what I understand, is Analog Productions licensed all those titles, right? And they did their initial pressing in 2010 or 12 or 14.
Yeah.
Okay, and then not long after that, they Kraft and whatever the Concord, they kind of had a decision. Maybe we should start doing our own stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't go well for them with those first one steps and whatever else they were trying to do. And they went back and said, well, let's do this part of that impulse and stuff with Chad. And Chad said, well, if you want me to do this, I want to start repressing the 50 Prestige. So I know this because like my friend who has a record company they've kind of been more opened up to license their titles again. Like,
That's good.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a coincidence that back when they decided we wanted to keep it in house and make these one steps, that had since changed, and now we're in a situation where they're both available at the same time.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm guessing they only had a certain amount of jackets to fill the pre-orders, and not everyone didn't. Some of you guys have pre-orders.
I didn't get it.
I buy them when they
So again, I'm thinking it's a jacket thing. They had a certain amount of jackets, and they just pressed them.
Yeah, a few of them have been like that. Lush Life, Tommy Flanagan one. They sold out extremely quick.
Yeah, I have
Tommy. Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah,
and
that series is good.
Rev is saying that the AP is not as hot for some reason. So I have all 4 of those records, and because and they're all RVG stamps, so I don't need them. But I do want to get Relaxing just to have one of those sessions to compare against. And it's interesting that Rev saying that
it's less about the relationship is going well and more about Kraft changed their philosophy about what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
and they thought because it was such a good that Verve reissue series went so well, they wanted to get back in there. And then Chad's doing
the contemporary. Did QRP press the one step, not the one step, the small
batch?
I don't think so.
Probably RTI. I would guess.
Okay.
I don't have any of those. Open your Yusef Lateef and tell us where it was pressed.
Come and hang out, and I'll open it.
Yeah. So,
hey, by the way, you saw me post. I found at a thrift store a beat up copy of that Yusef Lateef, and surprisingly, it plays great.
Which record? Which one?
I'm gonna have so many records all over. It's that
jazz.
Eastern Sounds.
What?
No. It's an Impulse.
Oh, okay.
1984, live at Pepe's.
No. I want.
Does it have the green cover?
No, it's him kind of pitched to the side. Pull up my here. I've got to go to my Instagram because I posted it a couple days ago.
So
let us know, Baggy. we will join the contest for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But going back to the series, then I think we're discussing that, Mike. The thing they're going to come with better titles for contemporary.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it was $5 for it's beat up, but I have a bunch of his Impulse. One, this guy I want to wring his neck goes. I said, "This looks VG." He goes, "What? That's an insult to me."
no
And we
doubt.
were it was a flea market and a parking structure, so the light wasn't great, and it was a VG. Oh man, that's a near mint copy.
Give me a break.
And then I found out this guy is full of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't grade right. I feel like you always need to go conservative with grading.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm such an honest person. I grade exact like I said, that one album looked unplayed. You can trust my word on that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I found this today too. I don't have any of this stuff.
What is that?
Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, looks
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
This came in today. I'm like a sucker for these. I know the three of us, we collect these, but these are these later reissue Savoys.
Yeah.
And they this is like Bird's Word, and it's basically a reissue with an additional song on it. And I mean, I got this for $6, and it plays clean, and the music is all of these not all, but there's a lot of great Savoy sessions. Like the Hank Mobley sessions are good. Donald Byrd, Lee Morgan. There's John Coltrane and Wilbur Ware. Like all those songs are just awesome songs.
Yeah.
So you can either get this or, I mean, I guess you get a Japanese pressing for not too crazy.
Yeah.
See, Rev, I was thinking this exact same thing. What if the next series is like Riverside?
I hope it is.
Prestige, how amazing would that be? Like
That'd
50
be cool.
Riversides. I'm like, okay, send me 50 records.
That'd be amazing.
Well, what? Just a hunch. I was like, how do you have this hunch? Did a birdie visit you in your dream?
He's the red, man.
Well,
it's a holy
I just want
hunt.
them to just dive into their Riverside catalog.
I kind of feel like no. Here's the reason, Rev. Your hunch is not correct. All the OJCs are in print, and right now, Kraft is actively publicizing the fact that they have represses of the OJCs.
Yeah, I just ordered a Bill Evans OJCs from Kraft this week.
I'm gonna be selling mine when I get that box, and so that's the only reason I can say it's going to affect their bottom line if they're going to allow him to press 33 versions.
Dude, they press everything all the time and have for 50 years. Like you can press everything and it'll sell right now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, but I want to know how his hunch is.
Andy's asking about the two new classic series. So he got Unity and then there's Adam's Apple. Did you guys get yours yet?
No,
because they mail it the day it gets released. I as part of that sale they had, I got the Blue Donaldson Blues Walk, Unity, and Adam's Apple. But here's a funny thing, Mazzy texted me.
That's braggy.
No. He texted me that Music Matters dropped 433 albums, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, those are great.
They were $80 a piece.
I tried buying one.
I should have bought all four. I didn't get Adam's Apple.
Oh, wait, when was this? Sorry. Because they recently, actually, I was talking with Andy about this.
I think a year ago.
Recently, they dropped the 33 Lee Morgan Candy, and it was by mistake, so they had to refund everybody. But I was like quick on the draw with it, and then I was literally like, "Yes, I'm getting the 33 MMJ. It'll be my first one." And then no, they shut it down.
They have the Candy 45 still available, right? But
and that's sold out too.
But here, the one I got was the one record I wanted to get.
Which one?
It's Art Blakey.
Monin?
No,
Indestructible.
No, that's I have the.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess. Did they do the those two live albums, Volume 1, Volume 2?
No, that's available in the 80 series. So, a Night in Tunisia. A Night in Tunisia.
Yeah, I got that one.
This one.
This is obviously this is not an MMJ, but
I have the MMJ, and that thing is beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
and it's 33.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
They
here's
press in
another-
the same batches out to launch.
Has anyone gotten? I know there's a Music Matters available. There's a Night in Tunisia, but it's a live recording of it. Has anyone gotten that?
No.
No.
What is it? Say it again.
It's the same lineup of the Jazz Messengers with Art Blakey.
Uh-huh.
The only version I've seen. It has a different cover.
Yeah.
The one you can get is a music on vinyl version.
Is it the Vic one?
I don't know who originally put it
Does
out.
it have like a
It
drawing
looks
as a
very
cover?
Tunisian-esque,
Yeah, that's the Vic.
Yeah.
That's a
Chris,
totally
you
different
know.
record.
but it's a live recording.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought you had
live.
those.
I thought you were talking about the one, the Tokyo one that just came out.
Breaking news. Put up Andy's
I know, I
comment.
saw that.
We got somebody.
We got somebody to do the jazz.
Somebody
label
did it.
challenge.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what's the label challenge?
We did.
Why don't we
we
start
did a
watching our
video.
videos, Rob? That's offensive.
Listen,
We have a hashtag.
I
Rob.
put on your videos to instigate the process of me having to push out a shit.
That's
So-
fair.
Oh no, just come on.
They're great to
You
go to-
know what?
they're great to go
That
to
was a
one
good segue to help people who never watched.
It is
your
a very good
challenge
segue. I know, I'm
video.
just kidding.
Really
So the
no.
Jazz Label Challenge, we put up a video
Yes,
earlier
Andy,
this
you
week, right? And it's just pick a record from Blue Note, Riverside, Impulse, Prestige, and then one other label that you have and talk about them. That's it. That's the challenge.
Wouldn't- You should have to do it with holding like a few bricks in one hand. That's a challenge.
It's an easy challenge, man. We're not trying to be difficult here.
It's fun.
You
though.
are first, absolutely. I would
You're
think it
first, Andy. Yes. Oh,
Like
the
a
Rev. I think the Rev also posted. Yeah.
Like here, like a good challenge would be try and connect this album.
Oh, we want to do that. Do you guys want to try to do that right now?
It has to be all jazz records, though, right?
All
No,
jazz
no.
records.
Because it's more of a challenge if you take a non-jazz
My
record.
collection is not suited for that. It's only jazz. For me.
Here's a good one, just because it's going to be easy. Here's one album I picked up today,
Okay.
so I can make a connection between this and a jazz record. You know how?
All right, go.
It was on Fantasy, man.
Oh,
so,
come on.
It's cheating.
hey, wait, how's that
I thought-
cheated?
It's got to be.
It's got to be one of the same players on the record.
Yeah, player.
But now change the rules.
Well, of course.
Well, hey, look, I don't know this to be true, but come on, Skip Shimon. That's
All
like
right.
a jazz guy's name.
All right.
It's
I'm
not even a
gonna-
player.
I'm gonna-
It's an engineer.
I'm going to start this. Let's just try to do one round.
1 second before you start it,
Okay.
the Rev says that having tiers works, and I agree with him. So
Wait,
having an
wait,
OJC.
Hold
and
on, I'm going to poke myself in the eye.
What does that mean, tiers?
tiers of quality of records, right? So
Oh,
having an OJC
Oh.
and not those kind of tiers.
Well, you know, I have a hunch that I don't have any tears.
I have that hunch too.
All right. I'm going to randomly select a record here.
Oh,
start.
okay. All right.
All right. Whatever this is. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, this isn't the best one because there's only two people on it. This is a recent pickup. It's Duke Ellington, Ray Brown,
Okay.
Pablo. This is an awesome record. Everybody should get it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you've shown that 8 times already this week.
Yeah. So, well, it was randomly selected. So, all right. So on my
Part of the
screen,
challenge should be a record you haven't shown before.
Felipe,
Fair.
can you connect it? Can you connect the record here?
With the players.
Yeah. So Duke
A
or Ray
player,
Brown.
just a single player from that record.
Easy.
Okay.
So Ellington.
Rob, you're
okay,
up.
Max
Rob,
Roach,
you got
Duke
Mingus,
Ellington, and
Ellington, Max
Mingus.
Roach.
Yes.
all right, hang on a second.
Or the
So
label.
Ellington's dead then, so you can't. Nobody can show another Ellington record. How about that?
Okay.
Jeez, crap. Where's that Max Roach record? Somewhere around.
Whose turn is it? Who's going next?
Rob's. I think Rob. We're gonna
I
do.
know. I have a Max Roach
clockwise.
record somewhere.
Well, you have to show it, man.
Who else was on that? It was Mingus.
Mingus, Roach, and Ellington.
God damn.
Start the
I
timer.
mean, I have
Start
a-
the
I
timer,
have a-
Chris.
The time.
Hold on.
Yeah, here we go.
Do you have one? All right.
Oh, I got
There you
those.
go, Mingus. Okay, that's
All
good.
right, who's on that? Who's on that? Chris, you're up.
All right. Who's on that one?
I'm looking at
It's in one of the vinyl storage solution sleeves. I don't want to rip it open, but
Oh,
Who's
they're
on?
great.
Well, I'm looking it up. Come on.
Let's see. Why is this so difficult to find?
Because you got to type his name 5 times. Here we go. Okay. We got, there's a ton of people on this. So there's Dolphy, Jackie Byard, Charles Mingus, Bob Hammer. There's some people I don't know. Those are probably the easiest to match.
All right. Y'all keep talking. I got to find the record. It'll take me a minute.
oh no, you're not looking like it's in quadrant 7, row 9 of your selection.
I am, unfortunately. Oh, my God. Oh, here's a good one. I'm trying to figure out which one I wanted to show. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay.
Oh, God. I'm up next. He's going to pick a Dolphy.
I'm not picking
Out to lunch.
No. Oh, look,
What do you got?
Hey, listen,
pull it right out.
Rev, I stopped buying the vinyl storage solution sleeves and getting I've got the cheaper ones now.
Here we go.
What do you got?
Booker Irvin.
Oh,
Ooh,
I have that one.
Ooh,
I have a
nice.
beat up copy of that one.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah. Is that the 70s blue label?
No, it's I don't know what it is. Here, it's that, which is odd.
Looks like Liberty.
Yeah, it's Liberty. Yeah, it's Liberty.
Dude, I don't know if I could do this.
Okay, here we go. We got Richard Williams, Booker Irvin. Well, I'll give you a tough one.
Yeah, you did. God damn it.
Hugh Jr., Severa, Jeffries Sr., and Lenny McBrown.
We literally did one round. Hold on. I'm looking at what sideman he's on.
Lenny McBrown.
Lenny McBrown. I'll win.
Wait. This ain't over just yet. Hold on.
I think he's going to show that Duke Ellington record.
I can't show Mingus again?
No.
Because he's on the Black Saint, the Sinner Lady.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
But even though you can show a Mingus record, you just can't show
Mingus again.
Who produced that album?
Oh God.
And who engineered it? Show a Rudy Ving.
It doesn't
Ving
show.
Kelly.
It doesn't say, man.
Well, I could show the Mingus one.
You can show the Mingus one. It's just because you're picking a different person, right?
Okay. All right. Fine. Fair. Okay.
I'm keeping track of who we've picked, so we have 3 so far.
All right. Here we go.
Oops.
Black Saint, the Sinner Lady, featuring Booker Irvin.
Okay.
Woo! That was a tough one.
All right, who's on it? Wait.
Right, Felipe, you're up. Oh, who's on it? Yeah, let's get it. So,
Yeah.
Black
I
Saint, the
cannot go.
Sinner Lady. There's a lot of people. You have Mingus, Jerome Richardson, Charlie Mariano, Dick Hafer. I don't think we know these people. Jackie Byard.
I
I have some with him, but I have no idea which one.
I just got a Jackie Byard album.
Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna get, Felipe?
I have to take a look here.
He's searching.
I know I know I have stuff, but
You nerds and your filing system on computers.
So we found our shit, man.
My records are not organized in any order. It's just from memory where they're at.
I'm on Wikipedia.
I don't think I have any Jackie Byard. Oh, as sideman. He's on. So Felipe, Jackie Byard's on Far Cry and Outward Bound by Eric Dolphy.
Okay.
Don't help them.
Mike, have you been? Andy asked you a question, Mike.
Oh, what, Mike? Have you been down? No, I haven't. I just I saw when this was created. And I just thought it was a really cool shirt, so figured I'd grab it.
I made it. I made it. I made it.
Nice.
What you got?
Hey,
I would love to though. Andy, have you
Far,
gone there?
Far Cry.
hey,
I think. Yeah, I don't know if you told me that you did. So Far Cry.
Yes.
hey, watch me dread like all three of you just now. Watch me do it.
No, you can't see.
You want to see me dread myself through this?
No, I want to see what Felipe picked and who he picked.
I thought he just picked a Derek Dolphy.
You
Yeah,
did.
I found,
from who? Jackie Byard's on that or what?
Yeah.
Let's get
Jackie Byard.
Yeah, let's get the drummer, Roy Haynes.
What do you pick, Jackie Byard? So there's who's on that? Roy Haynes.
All right, so Roy Haynes, Ron Carter, Booker Little, Eric Dolphy. So this should
That's
be
the
easy.
easiest one ever.
Yeah, come on, Rob. Let's go.
Rob. Jackie is underrated. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, what do you got?
Okay.
Ooh, the threefer.
I've got that right here next to me.
I got that too. Very nice. Okay, Chris, you're up.
Hey, here's a funny thing. I was streaming a Mel Waldron album.
Who is on? Oh, Eric Dolphy. Okay. Yes.
I was streaming a Mel Waldron album that had it at the end of it had an interview with him. And I always was picturing Mel Waldron, the stoic kind of dude. And in the interview, this is how he sounded. Oh, yeah. Billie Holiday took me on, me and Billie, we traveled together. That's how Mel Waldron sounded. I'm not joking.
Wild.
It sounds like he's from Riverdale in the Bronx.
I think he is. She was a lady, and she ladied me.
Hold on, let's actually see where he's
He
from.
called her lady because she sang the blues.
Where was he born?
Here we go.
Yeah, he's born in New York, and from Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
So I'm cheating kind of since I put up a video about this actual record this week.
Oh God.
Yeah, you cheated. You're a cheater. Hey, by the way, I got some.
Okay.
What's his face? Zeb Feldman told a mess. I posted something. Zeb Feldman messaged, replied to my post.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting out a Mel Waldron. He says it's not a vinyl.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a later
vinyl.
Mel Waldron though.
Whoa, come on, later Mel Waldron. I mean, he died when he was 70, I think.
Yeah.
But that album that came out last year with Archie Shepp.
Yeah.
The double album that I think it's Pure Pleasure or not speak. It's Pure Pleasure. I want that album.
I missed that
Oh
one.
yeah, you showed us that before. I don't have that one yet.
All right, so I'm going to go with Art Taylor on that, Chris.
All right.
And I'm going to pick Gene Ammons, Ballast Tenor.
I have a reissue of that.
Right, hang on, I'm confused now.
When AP puts that out, they better have enough to drop them.
I won't pick it up. This is.
So you went Art Taylor?
Yeah, Art Taylor drums.
Whose turn is it? Felipe's?
My turn, Art Taylor?
Yeah.
Well, who else is on that record? Because if you did Art Taylor, that means you had to pick somebody else that's on the record, right? So you got Gene Ammons and who else?
On this record?
Yeah.
Gene Ammons, Ray Barretto, congas, Doug Watkins, bass, Tommy Flanagan, piano, and then Art Taylor and Gene Ammons.
Okay.
Felipe's like, I've got it on the machine.
I'm going for it.
Mazzy, what's up, Mazzy? Does Felipe ever sit down? No.
No, he's often tied to a tree.
I'm going for Tommy. That's right here. You guys saw it.
Oh, geez, man. Can you guys, Milk album was worse than I've ever seen.
Tommy Flanagan, okay.
Hey, by the way, Felipe, I put mine up for sale because that thing's worth a lot of money.
I just saw there's none for sale, and I think I paid like $80 for this record.
You know how much I paid for mine? I mean, I have the mono version, but they're equally worth the same amount.
Yes.
I paid $2 for mine.
Wow.
Whose
How's
turn
the
is it?
stereo in that, Felipe? Is it real
This-
hard panned or is it good?
The stereo is amazing. It's like their center. Everything is really well distributed. Really,
be
really
hon-
well.
I'll be honest.
Matthew, join us in the fun.
The mono isn't that hot. The mono version is not that great.
No,
The stereo is hot. The only thing
But-
I had to do in the EQ, I bumped up the bass just a little bit, very little, very
It's
little,
not.
like by a
It's not
decimal.
vinyl, right? I thought I had read that ours are not vinyl. They were pressed on
Oh.
the stereos.
Yeah, what is it? I know what you're talking about, Rob. I don't know what it is.
You know,
It's
I
real
found it
stiff,
strange.
right?
You know, I found it strange. I have rings, so when I touched the record yesterday doing the video, I heard a different noise.
Mazzy,
Yeah.
do you know
It's really
what the material that like a lot of 7-inches use? It's not vinyl, it's like something else.
Okay,
I think-
Mazzy's gonna say like a pump device.
whose turn is it? Is it my
Mine?
turn?
So,
Yours?
no, it's mine. So what do I have to do now? You did Tommy
You got
Flanagan.
Tommy Flanagan.
So
So who's on that?
somebody else
Who's
is
on-
on Dusty Blue.
No, wait. He showed the Harold McGee because Tommy Flanagan's on there.
Yes.
So I have to show
Roll.
a Tommy Flanagan.
No,
No, you have to show
somebody
no, you
else
don't
from Howard McGee,
wait.
the Howard McGee record.
Just somebody else besides Tommy Flanagan.
Who else is? I don't know what mine is. It's probably
Oh.
Put Away with the Sale album.
I have here Ron Carter for sure.
Okay,
There.
I got that.
Ron Carter's on every record there.
Pepper
is.
Adams.
You know what?
Lola
Ron
XL.
Carter often likes a lot of my Instagram posts.
He's like my stuff too.
Right, and he even kind of said a couple times he said something.
Yeah, he's pretty active.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't ordered that yet, but I'm definitely gonna buy that baggie. That reissue looks awesome.
There's another Bethlehem Howard McGee, like it's like the return of Howard McGee that I really want, and that's very expensive.
Yeah. From what I read about his life, he had like 3 returns. So it's like
Probably.
Okay. Wait.
This is gonna get hard at some point.
No, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
not that hard.
Oh, there's Art Pepper in that record.
Hey, who's that? Who is Pepper Adams on that Howard McGee record? Did you say that?
Yeah, Pepper Adams. Sorry,
Holy
yeah.
shit! I'm gonna definitely buy that. Pepper Adams is freaking amazing.
Another record I got this week with Pepper Adams. I think I showed you guys. You have to get this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you chose that. Yeah, I want to get that for sure.
Yeah,
Sure
what
did.
one?
I need to get volume 2 now, but this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baggy, I definitely want it. I have my pre-order.
It's like a pre-scene.
Nice.
Oh,
I wonder who the house announcer is for those concerts. Always that voice like, welcome everybody, good evening, our Blakey, blah, blah, blah.
As he says, 45s are still vinyl. Is it acetate? Is
Hold on.
that what it's called? The
No,
other-
not acetate. No, that's not acetate.
No.
Hold on, let me see if I could find what it is. It probably still is a vinyl formulation, but it's a different.
Did you find a record, Rob?
well, apparently he's not on every record.
That's true. So you're going for Ron Carter, clearly.
Yeah, and apparently he hasn't played with all the people I've just pulled out of the shelf.
He's on like 2,300 jazz records.
Because
man.
I do have his the one.
I don't have it. I have 178, I think, and no way to play it.
I don't know. But that record actually feels different to the touch. Feels harder, like more brittle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The vinyl sounds softer. Feels softer than that record.
All right, what you got, Wax?
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, nice.
Herbie? All right.
Milt Jackson. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, suck
Alright.
it.
So you did Ron Carter. This is gonna be a difficult one. Oh.
It's like polystyrene, I think,
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes.
which I guess is it.
Maybe that's why my version doesn't sound that great. I think maybe that's the reason.
I think sometimes it's like a cheaper alternative,
It makes it made it sound kind of muddy.
and it also is stiffer.
It's very stiff. It's very hard.
So styrene records have a thick, non-polished edge, as seen below. You can feel it in your hand. It doesn't feel right. I'm just reading like some comments around
Yep.
it. Yeah.
I mean, clean. I put it in the ultrasonic, so clean fine.
Yeah.
All right, I found a record. Oh wait, yes, I did. Okay. I'm just like perpetually showing Rob as
Who's up?
window.
Mhm.
There you go, Herbie Hancock.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh, man, there's like 300 people there.
I've never seen that record before. What is
No?
it?
It's great, man. You should check it out.
Who is this Herbie Hancock gentleman?
But you gave us the easy. You gave me an easy one there.
Oh,
Who's
man.
next?
I'm up, and I don't know if I could do it.
Come on.
Hey,
It's-
why don't you show a couple of the records you've already shown before?
Hey, I just want to reiterate how good this record is.
Yeah, this started it.
Who's there?
Oh man, this might end it for us. I don't have anything this drummer's on. Give me a second.
The 7 inches are more rigid because they're smaller. Now there is some that are different, a different compound of some kind. I don't know what it is either. I think polystyrene is correct. Somebody was talking about that the other day on
Damn.
the stream.
I like the albums that are made out of whalebone.
Yeah, those are great. I like the ones that are cut on Fabergé eggs.
No, you took a perfectly good joke and just ruined it.
No, I didn't. I made it better. Fucking whalebone.
Oh my god, guys, this is not good.
What's wrong?
Dude, I don't have anything that
You don't have anything that's got the head.
because it's all late. It's all later stuff.
Wait! Now that I have something I can play.
Hang on. What do you mean it's all later, guys?
It's
Okay.
all stuff that's like 70s and 80s.
Here you go.
There you go.
I don't have late Miles Davis either. I have no electric Miles Davis. Some of the guys played with Miles.
How about Vinnie Maupin, man? Come on.
Hold on. That's what I'm looking at. I don't have anything with him. Damn.
Well,
I am good at picking the Ender records, apparently.
Hold on. It's
Who,
not
who
over
else
yet.
is on? Who's on Headhunters?
Benny Maupin, Paul Jackson, Harvey Mason, and Bill Summers.
I think you're going to find a lot with Benny Maupin on.
Yes.
I don't have anything with Benny Maupin.
I have a bunch of stuff. With
I really only collect like 50s and 60s. So
I have
all this
Benny
late
Maupin
70s,
somewhere.
80s stuff I do not have.
I don't have Ice Castles, Mazzy.
I
y'all-
see that out. I saw today. I saw another copy. I'm the one who sent one to Fred Putterman.
Oh, okay.
That's the hottest record in the VC.
It's not. No, it isn't. It's like the Rev goes. What am I going to do with this copy of Ice Castles? I know. I'll turn it into this nonsense.
Oops. Yeah.
Okay.
I disagree. I think
Bet him up in here.
Okay.
Stop showing off.
Have you seen the movie Ice Castles? Because it used to run on cable all the time.
So we're gonna keep going or just put an X next to
I mean,
Mike?
I'm out. I mean, you guys can keep going, and then I'm
Yeah.
out.
Oh, now we have to keep doing it until there's one survivor.
I guess so, yeah.
I got to jump in 10 minutes anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to go cook dinner, and I'm tired. I didn't get any sleep. I had to moderate a focus group last night.
Benny Maupin. Well, who else is on the Benny Maupin record then? I guess it's because it's
He's
your
on he's on Bitches Brew, Jack Johnson on the Corner, Big Fun. He has stuff with Chick. He has other stuff with Herbie.
No, we already got a record for Benny Maupin. It was
Oh.
Jack Johnson, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
Eddie Henderson, Andrew Hill, Lee Morgan.
So I'm next.
Yeah.
It's on Caramba. Yeah. So what
Well, I
should
knew I should have bought Tender Moments by McCoy Tyner just for this reason.
Who's on? Well, actually, I just pulled out Sahara, and Benny Maupin, I think, is on Sahara.
Let's see.
What?
Miles Davis. I mean, we haven't done Miles Davis yet. You got a Miles Davis record?
Yeah.
I've
How
never.
can I get
Yeah.
Miles?
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Yes. No, it's not your turn, Felipe.
Okay.
This is a rare Miles Davis album. I don't think many people have it.
Yes, I've never seen it before.
What is that? What is that?
It's called Cune Bleu.
Oh, right.
I got this one estate sale today for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now I got to try to stump someone else.
Ooh.
That might be worth something, Felipe.
I don't know.
Here we go.
He said,
This is easy.
Yeah,
now.
he has the Hasbro version of it.
Yes. Here you go.
it's 1A, 1B.
Ooh, our first vocal.
Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. So now, Felipe, you have to find somebody else that's on that Johnny Hartman and Coltrane record, I guess.
Coltrane. Oh, that should be very hard.
And some Johnny Hartman, and I'm singing over songs.
So who's on this one?
There you go. McCoy for sure.
McCoy time.
Okay. Well,
So who's on there with him?
There's a bunch of people here. Lee Morgan, Julian Priester, James Spaulding, Benny Maupin, Bob Norton, Howard Johnson, McCoy
Damn,
Tyner,
Julian
Herbie
Priester's on
Lewis.
that? I need to
You're
get
making
that.
Yes.
You're making this really hard for me, but I'm making it very easy for you guys.
Okay.
okay. So Lee Morgan.
Yeah, but it's like everybody's on here.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I gotta find one then.
who are the others that are on here?
Well, we'll find
Bobby
her.
Hutcherson.
Billy Higgins. We have Wayne Shorter, Bobby Hutcherson, Walter Booker, Mickey Rourke, Julian Prestier. Oh, you're going with the Wayne Shorter?
Yeah. There we go. Etc. by Wayne Shorter.
Now who's on there?
Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Cecil McBee, and Joe Chambers.
Okay, go with the Joe Chambers.
Yeah.
Should be able to find something Joe Chambers.
Felipe's turn.
I gotta do some search here. I might have one, but I gotta.
Yeah, he's just on every other album.
That's yeah.
This is like fantasy.
I'm about to buy McCoy Tyner Tender Moments from Fred. I found this. He has the lowest priced one on Discogs right now.
Yeah.
And I'm reading the description. He's like small name stamp on back, bottom corner of jacket. Other than that, I'm like that. I'm like name on bottom, and then I see the seller name, and I'm like, oh god, it's Fred.
Okay, I have Joe Chambers
Yeah,
here, and
right.
that would make it very easy for Wax.
Oh, I have that right there. I actually have a Sam Rivers ECM album, but it's over my sale shelf. Who's on there? Who else is on there?
Oh, this is easy. Ron Carter, Herbie Hancock, Joe Chambers, and Freddie Hubbard. You have only one choice.
Yeah, Freddie's okay. That's easy. I'll make it easy for you.
It'll start getting not easy at some point.
Bill Evans Trio. Then we're doomed.
Here you go.
Oh yeah, I have this one.
Let me
All right, but this makes it easier for all the people on there.
Cedar Walton.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Let me find something with Philly Joe Jones on it. That's what I'm going to pick for sure. All right. Yeah, we can pick a record with the guy that swept the floor. All right. Here it is. See, it's not that hard for me to find my stuff in my collection, Rob.
Oh yeah, Paul Chambers.
Paul Chambers, yeah. Am I even full of shit? Is Philly Joe even on this record? Nope, he's not. I'm full of shit.
You've already eliminated yourself. You took.
Yeah,
you went all in.
Out.
You went all in.
I did go all in. Damn it!
Can't go back.
All right, that's fair.
All right. So does Felipe have to find a Philly Joe Jones?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I can't believe that happened to me.
You hubris.
Yeah, it was hubris. That's correct, 100%.
Philly
Billy
Jones,
Joe
yeah, for
Jones is
sure.
on that?
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
on
of course.
Oh, well, yeah, on that, yeah.
Is he on that?
I'm checking.
You
Man.
can't default to Rob.
No,
Oh,
he's
no, it's
not.
Tony
Tony
Williams.
Williams.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God! And
Oh,
Rob
my
I didn't have to do anything, and I'm the last man standing.
Well, no, Wax, you have to show a Philly Joe Jones record to complete this.
Okay.
Fair.
Man,
I don't know what Calibri is, Loki. Does anybody else understand what Loki's talking about?
Felipe. Wow.
We
Slipping.
both did it. We both like just shit the bed right at the same time.
Here you go.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm
Don't
making
fuck it
sure.
up.
Hey, listen, that's not my style.
It's our style, apparently.
It's the Jazz Burns.
Yeah, it is. It's the karma from Jazz Burns.
Ooh, I almost fucked it up, but I
Oh
checked my.
shit! See,
Wow.
you just think Philly Joe
Guys,
played on
it's
every
fucking
record.
Philly
basically.
Joe Jones.
Yeah, it's
Pick a fucking early Miles Davis record.
like just grab a random record as possible, right? That's what I was thinking. I swore he played on bass on. Oh man,
but I think, however, as good hosts, the guest always we had to please the
Well,
guest, right?
Does he win anything? Does he win a title? Is he the reigning champion?
yeah. So I have to
He's go-
change the font. Apparently, that makes sense. Okay.
He's gonna win a
Oh.
Horace Silver late '70s record.
It's just too much work.
He gets this Milt Jackson Savoy record.
Well,
There we go. It is a nicer font.
Yeah.
Joe.
See, it's
Man.
not as easy as it seems.
No, is it?
What else did you buy recently, Mike, while Rob is trying not to fail at the challenge?
Okay, Philly Joe record. Okay, I got it.
Well, it's still his turn, but that is a good Philly Joe record,
I know.
obviously.
Yeah.
Comic Sans is only for specific occasions. I don't know what any of those occasions are. I've never found those occasions. Yeah, that is a good font.
All right, so Rob, do you need help? What the hell's going on here?
I've fallen and I can't get up. Stupid Jimmy Cobb.
I mean, he's on
Freaking
cool
Jimmy
strut. Just
Cobb.
grab cool strut and you're good. You win.
He is on Cool Strutting. God, it's such a good record. I need to listen to that.
Okay, I got it.
He's looking for an EOG.
Oh, sick.
Oh, very nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Dang it, I wish I hadn't screwed up. I could show some Andrew Hill record. Oh, well.
Is that the 45?
Wax is the new heavyweight champion.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try and get a bank loan with this credit on my resume.
I mean, it's street cred.
All right, guys, I got to jump. This was fun.
Yeah, I want
I'll talk with you guys later.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Sure.
Have a
See you
good
later,
night,
Mike.
everybody.
Have a good night.
Well, if anybody else wants to join us, I'm going to throw the link in the.
So here's my big news, and I got in on that Kickstarter for that ultrasonic machine.
The one that comes with a record player?
Well, it doesn't. That's technically wrong.
You can buy separate, yes.
Okay, cool.
So I was worried that it was some sort of kind of scam type of thing.
Yeah.
But when they posted the Kickstarter, they had a guy do a demo, and it really looks like it's probably the same inners as the Humming Guru. That's how it's coming off to me.
Mhm.
Like,
What's the price?
so Rev just sent me, they've already, here, let me click on from my email. So I'm already, let me go into.
Yeah, I look into this thing after you posted. I think it was yesterday, right? And
So I got in at 150. Now I have, that being said, my track record with the Kickstarter stuff is not the best.
Yeah.
but I really feel like Rev uses his gut to think that there's going to be a 33 of Bill Evans. My gut says it's the same. It's the same inners. Okay, so their goal was to raise $20,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're already up to 125, almost $126,000.
So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh, more than happened. So
Yeah,
if you go look at the video and compare the Humming Guru to this thing,
they look the same. Yes.
well, they kind of show the inners. It's kind of and I think this might come with more than the Humming Guru it comes with, because it also comes with adapters for 10 inches and 45s.
Nice.
Huh.
So why the way the guy does the demo is it doesn't look maybe as well built as the Humming Guru,
Mhm.
but I gotta think, the things work at those Chinese factories is they steal plans all the time from each other.
Exactly.
So right now I don't know if is it still available for 150.
I think so. I think it still was yesterday.
They have 21 left for 149.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's silly not to try and buy it.
Mhm.
They don't charge you until September 28th or something.
Interesting. I'll have to get on that because
So I mean, I have my DIY machine which works fine, but I would love
Mhm.
if this is like the Humming Guru. So
it is going to be the same frequency as the Humming Guru, which is the same as all the cheaper you can buy too.
I think it's 40 kilohertz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they stole the plans on a Humming Guru. That's what it looks like to me. They just it just looks like a cheaper shell.
Right. Yeah, and the higher frequency ones are expensive as hell. I mean, that's when you get into the the $5,000 one or whatever, or the $3,000 one.
Based on Harry, but mostly Patrick, who endlessly uses his to clean.
Yeah.
And he's a stickler. I gotta feel it's not a stupid $150 purchase or
No. I mean, I paid $200 for my DIY looking one, right?
I paid $190 for my, and it's already paid for itself.
Yeah, 100%.
That thing is added $5 to $10 to every record I've sold.
Yeah.
Degritter, Lucky's right. The Degritter is the one that's like 120,000 kilohertz. And the only reason I brought that up is I went to just buy 120,000 kilohertz like tub,
Yeah.
They're like $700, like just to get a tub. Like they're way more expensive than the 40.
Well, what's the one we have? What does that run
40.
at?
It's the same thing as the Humming Guru, I believe.
Well, but here's the thing that makes buying this thing better is I'm not wasting so much water.
Absolutely.
And
and everything, man. You don't have to
they come out dry, right? Yeah, that's one of the questions.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But you know what? I put mine on a nice rack. I wipe them off with a cloth after they come out of the.
Well, yeah, but if I can just like have one record and stick it in there, and 10 minutes later it's like perfect.
Oh yeah,
I'm so much better, man. Right?
Yeah.
Like it seems amazing.
Me, the morning of these auctions, I'm cleaning records like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm doing now. After I get off here, I have all these records to clean.
What frequency is the Kermis? Don't you have that one, Felipe? And that's
No, I have that iSonic I bought on Amazon. It's great because it goes 10 records at a time.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. But it's still, you have to hang out to dry. You have to wait for drying.
Right.
But I think there's another benefit to ultrasonic. It's not only the cleaning itself, but static goes away. There's no static anymore in the record.
Well, I'll tell you this. After I put them on the rack, I have to, when I put them on the turntable, I use the brush.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, no, I do use.
But I'll tell you, these old records, like that Cannonball Adderley, that's rough, or the one I sent the ballads, it fixed them to sound the best they could sound.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
If they're super dirty, I'll put them through the spin clean first, and then actually I'll just always put them all through the spin clean first, and then the.
So if you go to my channel, I interviewed Kermis. He was a nice guy, and I took one technique that he mentions in the interview when he's showing. So he has a little spritz bottle with an alcohol solution,
Mhm.
So I wipe my records off with a cloth of microfiber,
Right.
and then which is blue, by the way.
Yes.
That looks like
That's
nasty green.
crazy.
So I wipe that off first, and then I spritz it with a water alcohol solution, because he says that somehow makes the chemical reaction.
Right.
And I noticed an improvement of the cleaning.
Really?
Yeah, try doing that.
Oh well.
Get a
We'll
nice
try that.
misting spray bottle. Put like 10% alcohol in it with distilled water, and
Mhm.
just spritz it on the record before you put it in the ultrasonic.
Mhm.
And I noticed an improvement.
I will run pretty quick. Gotta get a extension cord, or else my computer's gonna die.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Mike doesn't even clean his records. No, he's not here. We can talk good about him.
He doesn't.
No, like he has a brush. That's it, though. So you gotta clean
Maybe
your
we can do
records, man.
a GoFundMe to get him a.
He's got a like a knockoff spin clean. And those things. Anybody that doesn't clean their records, or if there's anybody in the chat that doesn't clean their records, like the spin cleans will do a wondrous job compared to nothing.
My original cleaning setup was, that vacuum clean guy,
Yeah.
that device.
Yeah.
I made my own. I used his specs. I got a Lazy Susan. I mounted a screw on it. I made that setup, and I have a Bissell wet vac, and I just bought an extra attachment, and I cut all the bristles off of it, and I put felt on it and made my own, and that was my record cleaning setup for a while before I got the
for sure, man.
Ultra.
Hey Nick, how's it going?
Hey, did you go to Frank 33's and watch his Friday showdown with him and his boring self?
What's up with that guy?
He has like 40,000 subs, and he puts out a silly video once a week.
Yeah,
and he rakes in the dough from people watching it.
that's cool. I want to do that.
I mean, I think part of his boringness comes from the fact he lives in Canada, where it's really boring there.
Right.
Not to bash anyone who lives in Canada, but you got to admit it's probably boring in Canada, right?
Well, at least there's less fascists there. Maybe.
Like, he went to a record store the other day, and he goes, "Oh, couldn't afford any of the records." Dude, how much money are you raking? Is it you paying your bills with that money? You should buy records.
Dude, you don't make it. What is he raking in with 40,000 followers? Do you make that much money with that?
You make enough to buy a decent amount of records a month.
You think so?
Yes.
That's cool.
If he's averaging, I don't want to. I'll soil my computer by going to his channel. Let's see. That dude has 52,000 subs.
That's pretty good, man.
His videos look like they're averaging. I mean, some of his videos have over 200,000 views.
Yeah, that's real.
So there's that website that Michael 45 put out there where you can see how much a channel's making. So let's see. What was Pantaz?
So how does YouTube pay? What's the?
I'll tell you, Pantazzi. What's that channel that 45 said to go to see what you can? It's something. Gosh, did I bookmark it?
I gave up on bookmarks like 20 years ago.
That's when the internet started, dude.
I know. No, it's not. That was 30 years ago almost, man.
You gave up bookmarks 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
No, because I'm terrible at like organizing them, so it's just like a list of a billion things.
Where is that? What's that website that Michael said to go to? I'm so stupid, I forgot it.
I have no idea. I don't think I saw it.
Pantazzi, help me. You're the only one who can help me. Right. No, I understand that, Pantazzi. What's the website where you can see how much
No.
YouTube? YouTube.
Seems
Monitor.
crazy. This seems wildly untrue. I don't know. Maybe 8K a month on 40,000 subs. Really?
He makes $8K a month, and he's not sponsored. He's not getting like
He gets free shit all the time, doesn't he?
he does get a lot of free shit, but not enough that he says stuff.
Wow. I mean, when all you talk about is jazz records, you really pigeonhole yourself into a small demographic, I think.
Well, the Boomer Scalper, I think, is what's gonna send me over the top. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just gotta think. I gotta post a new one.
Yeah.
I forget that website where it can actually, because I actually saw how much my channel generates, and it was like, a good 15 cents.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten a check from him?
No, I'm not monetized yet, but I'll probably be able to monetize.
We have to have 1,000 subs and so many hours.
Yeah, I'm inching my way to 850.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
I've fooled 850 people.
Some guy was showing the other day that he made 23K off one video that got 1 million views. Okay, well that's way more than I'd heard. I thought it was like 12.
Yeah, but he was probably showing how he clips his pubic hair and mails them to people.
I mean, if I can get 1 million views, you know. Yeah.
Oh, Baggy, you've put watching my video. So I probably have a handful of videos that went over 2,000 views.
Yeah.
No, not 2,000. Over 1,500 views.
Yeah.
I have a handful. Yeah.
Our biggest one was the Blue Train when we talked about the Blue Train Tone Poets. It's almost
how many views was it?
Almost 1,000.
Well, you know, my MoFi, that was like, you should have jumped on the MoFi chain.
True.
That's probably my highest watched video, my MoFi. And my take has not been really subscribed by most people.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that going to go down as the biggest story in the VC of all time?
No. But see, here's the thing. I think that's, weirdly enough, that's sort of a story that united a lot of people. Not in a positive way, but just
Sure.
everyone was talking about it.
That's true.
I can't think, I haven't been here long enough to say it's, I think the people, I think if you've been over 5 years, I could give you a better answer.
Sure, that's fair. I've only been doing this for 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm over a year. I've
been watching videos for several years, but we've only been doing this.
Yeah, same here. But
when did you start collecting records, Rob?
I always bought records. I would say for the last 10 over 10 years, I've been participating in Record Store Day, but I had a shitty record player and I would get a record here and there.
Yeah.
But music, I get ridiculed. I've always collected music. And there was a period of time, I think about 15 years ago, where I just digitized all my CDs and gave my CDs away. But or I'd put them in those big.
I put it in the file folder. I put my CDs.
Yeah, I put all my. I got rid of the jewel cases and put them in the thing.
Yeah, we did the same thing. And somebody stole the folder.
Yeah.
Okay. When everyone was doing the Napster thing, remember when Yahoo started Yahoo Music? They were like the first music streaming service.
Yes.
Someone figured out a way of downloading all the Yahoo Music for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. And then when Amazon started selling digital files, they would make mistakes. So I remember one thing is I got the entire AC/DC catalog. They priced it wrong at $5.
Wow.
So it was all their music. I downloaded all that. And they would make mistakes like that all the time.
It's funny is when iTunes first had the thing where you could upload your own MP3s to it, and you could subscribe and stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube. I uploaded a shit ton of shitty Napster MP3s to it because they weren't available. But then now it's like who buys files anymore?
Wait, Frank is making only $300 a month. That seems wrong.
That doesn't seem wrong to me.
No, it doesn't seem right. No, because other YouTubers who have less subscribers than him have told me how much they've made, and it wasn't $300.
Maybe they have more videos then. I don't know.
No, Frank has plenty of videos that are getting a ton of views.
I
That
don't know.
that doesn't seem right. But okay, let's pretend he's making $300 a month.
Yes.
That
Right.
dude shouldn't be able to walk into a record store and say, "Oh, that's too expensive." That dude should be buying records. And I don't know how you do your taxes in Canada, but I would have to think if it benefits him, he could write all that shit off.
Oh yes. Yeah. I mean, with 300, you can go to the used bin and get a lot of records.
With 300, he could go watch a few strippers and then go buy some records.
So let's see. I'm just looking at some website I found trying. Oh my god, it's the worst website that ever existed. Never mind. Good Lord, it's like when you go look for a recipe and it's like tells the person's life story for 17 pages for you to the.
Oh no, that is a bad website. But a bad website is when you're looking. Oh, how do I make egg salad? And then a man's penis appears on the screen. That's a bad website.
That's fair.
At least you're learning something about it.
See?
So yeah, I mean, I'm seeing here like people that have 100,000 plus subscribers, they make like $4,000 a month or something.
Yeah, 300 seems low because he's duping people into watching this shit.
Oh yeah.
I watched his stuff for a while, but then I got kind of bored with it.
You know what it was? I forget what cartoon I watched where it was a guy who had like not even a goatee, whatever you call it, just having a beard here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like the
Smart.
Flintstones, where it was like he pulled it and it made him like a haircut. I always feel like that's how Frank trims his. He has that thing.
$5 per 1,000 views is what we're hearing here. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, but Victor rides on spaceship, so I don't know if I would take what he says. So
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
fair. $2,000 a month would be nice. That'd buy some records, man.
I just think Frank gets more views than Michael does. So
True.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Easy.
All right, I want to cook dinner and I want to chill and watch whatever dropped this today on streaming services. I don't. Do you guys watch movies?
Dude, have you watched The Sandman on Netflix yet?
I have not started that yet. Is it good?
It's really good, man. I like it a lot. Yeah.
I watched the first episode of She-Hulk. That was okay.
Okay.
The Black Phone is on Peacock. That was really good. I didn't hate the Jamie Foxx vampire movie, which some people are hating. I think it's a good. It's not a waste of 2 hours.
What about watching that too?
What about Prey? Have you seen it?
Oh, awesome! Watch if you haven't seen Prey, watch it.
They were interviewing, I think, the director on NPR, and it sounded really good.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Rob.
Yeah, well, I'm a loser. I have nothing going on, so I was tired from. I'm hating FedEx, so I got my order today from Acoustic Sounds, and FedEx just puts it right out in the front of my building. Even the mailman will drop my packages near my door. But I had to race back. I had 2 more estate sales to hit, and I saw that they delivered it early, so I raced back to my place to get the box. But thank goodness I picked up a lot of good records. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so mine always comes from Kansas to Tennessee and dropped to Florida. They sent mine to up there to some state up north, and then it came back. Now it's 2 days delayed, my order.
But they're shipping this stuff fast again, though, man. Because I put my order in last Friday, and I got it on Wednesday.
I think I feel like they send out big orders first.
Maybe so.
And they split my boxes in 2, yeah.
But if I have a good sale tomorrow, I might order those other 3 that are still available. I haven't bought.
So have any of them sold out yet? The new ones?
No, the Lockjaw Davis and the Gene Ammons, which I'm mad that I didn't buy. But I'm not worried about. I thought I would have enough stamina to get all 50. Apparently, I do not.
Yeah,
I would rather get the 11's box.
That's fair.
I skip Saxophone Colossus.
Oh, you don't have? I have an extra copy copy of it if you want.
No, I have a Japanese really good, so I decided to pass on that one.
I actually have
You guys
the
made it just in time.
high end OJ. So, well, I have to leave now.
Your best friend showed up though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have so many records to clean. I got this Temptations records. I never see Temptation records.
No, me either. Is it roached or is it in good shape?
No, it's so here I'm finding it hard to place. I think here I'm taking it off the cleaning wheel. These Berry Gordy label. This seems to be the second version of the label.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So
But
I have a Temptation Sing Smoky, an original, and I paid like $5, and it's pristine.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is probably VG++.
Oh, nice.
After I clean it. So I'll sell this. I have a couple of Temptation records I'll sell tomorrow.
So you get those at estate sales today?
I went to thrift stores and estate sale. I killed it. I picked up a bunch of Joe Walsh albums you never see at a thrift store. Someone must have been a promo person.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone who makes so many misjudgment comments than Josh D.
No?
Like, yeah, he's not even on center. But I don't even love a lot of people. I don't even love myself. What am I going to love you for, Josh D? If I can't even love myself.
So Rob, who's gonna be selling tomorrow? Yourself, Patrick?
So, Patrick and Nick Rudeau. If you don't know Nick Rudeau, good guy. He's trying to clean out his collection so he can move less records. So
have you done the whole sell off your collection to thin it out before, Wax?
No, because half of what I have, I sold from the get-go.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want to hear my first story that got me into selling, I go, okay, now I'm going to collect records and be part of the. Do you know JC from the? He has a big channel. I reached out to him and he did my first video with me.
What's his channel? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I said, well, now I see people go to thrift stores to kind of build up their collection. Why don't I try doing that? And when I started doing that, I found a bunch of sealed records. So I knew enough to go online to look up and say if they're worth anything. And I found this one sealed record. I could not find the vinyl of it. Someone was selling the CD of it for $200. I go, what? So I bought this sealed record for $3 at a Goodwill. And then I found a Reddit thread about this record. And someone goes, yeah, I checked Discogs and went all the time to see if it's ever available. And it came with a CD inside of it. So I don't know. It was a band called the Wood Brothers, which was like an alt country band. But for some reason, they were on Blue Note.
Weird.
So I found Discogs and I created a Discogs account and I put it up for $200. And some dude in Germany bought it and I sold it.
Wow.
That was my first sale. And I go, wow, I can do this and pay for my records.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is still my motivation. I do not live off of what I sell. So
I'm trying to do the same thing just to sell some extra stuff I have, but I need to start finding some spots to hit just to see if I can find some deals, you know?
I will say for me, it's somehow stick-to-itiveness, but luck. Yeah. Like today, I lucked out finding a bunch of stuff that I could buy cheap and you know, I don't think I stick it to people on the auction it's a certain crowd, right? So when I like that Herb McGee album, I'm stupid to keep that album. I rather just sell it for the $200 and go buy the reissue. You know?
I think it's good. Yeah.
So I think 2 or 3 times a month I find a record that's worth a good amount of money, and if I sell it, that would pay for the records I want to buy.
So do you look for like yard sales and estate sales that specifically mention records, or you just hit up everything?
No, I started developing a technique if you go look for an estate sale and they're advertising it with pictures of the records, don't go,
Okay.
because then they're going to be asking way too much for the records.
Right.
If you just see a boxes of records, go.
Yeah.
But don't go thinking you're going to find mint copies of Led Zeppelin.
Right.
Start thinking outside the box. And here's really what's helped me a lot. Okay. I'm going to try and pull something that I got today. That's a total out of the box find. Okay. Here's a good, it's for instance. Okay. They sold a ton of records. So it's not like their records are worth a lot of money. Right.
Right.
And these two eyes take a good beating and sound great. But the reason I bought this is the cover's still in the shrink.
Right.
It's an OG, and it came with a poster. How many of these still do you think have the poster?
Oh, it's very hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So automatically, that's me thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Or now this has a value to sell because it has the poster.
You know,
Right.
Lex, your movies, I'll never forget this record. Remember Almost Famous? Look at their eyes. They're high.
Yeah. Well, I tested that. So, but here's another thing. This one is a gold stamp promo,
Yes.
and it was a misprint mistake. The guy I bought it from probably didn't know this. This is a $40 record I bought for $5.
Nice.
But
Where'd you
tomorrow,
buy it at an estate sale? That one?
yeah, but then there's fake estate sales.
That's fair.
What are you asking if it's mono? No, this is mono. No, it's stereo.
I don't think so. Yes, there, yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of because here's the deal. There are always going to be some guy who gets there before you and picks through what's there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go in there and have an open mind, because when I make a lot of money, it's weird records that I find. Weird that no one even thought to. Someone passed over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these weirdo records that people are looking for.
Every time I haven't done that a lot, but every time I go, it's like Jim Neighbors and Andy Williams and shit.
But you're not. I think you need to go in there with some patience and look through stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you know what? I find the records stuck between a Jim Neighbors and a Anne Murray record. You know.
Right. Yeah. Buying collections is cool too, but it's so hard to find somebody that's selling them. Many people that are buying them, you know.
But you know, and look, I like to walk to exercise, and there's enough thrift stores in where I live I can hit them up by walking to them. So it's like probably once out of every 7 times I find stuff. That's usually my
Which is a good,
yeah. But you know, I have a job that allows me like a couple hours a day to go hit up a couple places, you know.
I got lucky with I bought a 700 record collection last year, which makes up like a third of my jazz collection probably now.
Did you cost you some money?
Yeah, I paid $700 for it.
So $1 a record.
$1.25 a record, yeah.
Now, see, my philosophy is if I did that, I would have to make hard choices.
Right.
So I would have to sell some of the pricier stuff that I would like to keep. But I paid $700. Did you do something like that?
No. So I think she might have gone through it ahead of time because there wasn't a single record and they're worth more than $20, period. Like, seriously. Maybe one or two. But there was a ton of like $5 and $10 records. And then about 150 of them are in my garage to either donate or throw away because they're just beat to shit or stuff I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not buying collections unless you're like operating in a higher level of selling.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
there's no reason to do that. For me, I find enough. The way I find records, I find enough to pay for what I buy.
No, that's what I would like to do too.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
And I was able to buy a high-end turntable from doing this. And as I'll add to my system, like the next thing I want to get is that speed regulator, so I don't have to keep taking the platter off to to change the speed.
They have belt drive.
Yeah, I have a Riga P3. So
Oh,
I just,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, my project. I have a project in the living room that you have to take the
Oh.
thing off to change, and I just refuse to use it.
I got a good deal on a project, and that fucking fishing weight thing is stupid. It kept
The
falling
fishing weight
off.
thing is stupid. Yes.
That is the dumbest thing ever.
Oh,
Unless my turntable catches fish and I can eat them,
yeah.
there's no reason to have that weight on there. Like,
What
that.
if you're playing a fish record though? Is that different?
Yeah.
Well, I can now. I'm leaving. I cannot stand bad jokes.
What do you mean?
That projects are stupid. It's
I agree.
stupid with the fishing line on it. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, I had a music hall with one of those. It's kind of annoying because you never know if it's on or off, and
aren't the music halls technically projects?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Yeah,
you know what it smells of? It smells of a guy getting high and trying to figure out how to fix his turntable, and he had some fishing line and a little weight. I'm not paying a lot of money for something that felt like it was a bad mistake, and
yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, these turntables here are just amazing, and they're built like
which one?
So technically 1200.
No, well, that was the two I was deciding between.
Yeah.
Was it 1200? That's the one I wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
But who found it? Chris Thomas was on the Hoffman forums and I bought my turntable from a guy who had bought it a month earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about these Riga, because they ran out of the basic cartridges, they were outfitting it with the upgraded cartridge.
Oh, nice.
And selling it for the same price as the basic. So I ended up getting like a $2,000 turntable for $1,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I bought this for my sister. She was a DJ back in the 90s, and she sold me two of them for $500.
Where's the other one?
In my closet.
Well,
it needs to be serviced.
Which benefits you?
I need to get it serviced, man. That's it.
Yeah.
I need it fixed. I got 4 turntables.
Yeah. I got a 1200 too.
You sold your project DC Carbon. That's the exact one I have. I got it like 10 years ago. It's just sitting in my living room.
Screw those projects. Screw that German dude who's all happy showing off his turntables.
Yeah.
Well, the P3 you can upgrade it to a P6, right? That's my plan.
Yeah.
What does that do?
You put the speed regulator on it. It has a plastic wheel. You can get a stainless steel or a carbon replacement for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few other things I think you can do to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would like to get one of those real fancy techniques at some point. Not the $20,000 ones, but like the $4,000 or $5,000 ones, whatever they are.
All right, I need to go.
Okay, buddy.
Guys. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Have a good night, Fax.
So, if anybody that's in the chat wants to join us, we can continue the show for a while, probably.
Oh, by the way, Mike just texted me. He saw Andy's video and said it's really good.
He saw Andy's video. Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody else wants to join us, we can keep hanging out, or not. Whatever you want to do.
Just terminate.
Let's see.
Yeah, I heard great things about the 1200G, Chris.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we play 78. I mean, not that I care much, but
Yes, we won't laugh at my pain. Watch my turntable dirty. Absolutely, Baggy. You should join us for sure.
Yeah. No, definitely.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'd like to get this. What is it? 1200G? Is that what you said?
The 1200G. I think it's in the affordable line. Not affordable. I think it's a $4,000 turntable. Not in the crazy $20,000 techniques, but they perform well. They're robust. They really reliable on speed, and I think whenever I need to part ways with my 1200G for some reason, I mean with my 1200 original, I'll definitely go one of those. I don't know. I had a belt, but I think
1200 GR is the silver, 1280 GR is the black. Okay, that makes sense. I'd get a silver probably.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a dual though. That was my dad's. It's sitting on my garage. That I need to get cleaned up and serviced.
Yeah.
That thing's cool. You know what's weird about that one is it doesn't have a ground wire.
It does not?
It's not grounded internally, which I thought was weird. But
Huh.
I need to get that
So,
Marantz service. I just don't have the money right now to get them fixed.
mhm.
'Cause I keep
You know,
buying-
some turntables have two ground wires, one from the chassis and one from the turn arm.
yeah. No, this one's internally grounded. And then you can add one to it, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
my
Oh,
dad
that's
had it for
pretty cool.
40 years and never had one.
Never had it. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Baggy, tell us more about this. What does he do to upgrade it? That'd be interesting to know.
Oh,
'Cause I haven't been serviced anyway.
it's Kevin, right? Cabusa.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, Nick.
Yeah, this guy in the Justice KBUSA. You saw him, Chris?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean he custom builds and he has parts for everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Techniques. Yeah, it's very accessible, small shop. Yeah, it's an encyclopedia. He helped me a lot. I got some parts for my turntable from him.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
good.
that one I have might be a 1225. Actually, it's something like that, 12 something.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, what I like about his techniques, they are very robust. You can swap the head shells, do whatever, like use
Yeah.
as many cartridges as you like. You know, just change the weight in the back as
Yeah.
long as they're all aligned. And that's
Yeah,
it. I love it.
that's totally true. I mean, they're built just like a tank too. Like my
Yes.
sister humped these around for 10 years in clubs, spilling beers on them and dropping them and shit. Right? Like and
They're there.
they're still
Yeah.
great. Well, I think my little project still sounds great for what it is.
You might sound. Do you still have it?
No, yeah, it's in my living room.
Okay. You see, yeah, KBUSA, yes, that's
All
it.
right, cool. Yeah, it's funny. I bought a lot of records like in 2012 ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had that project. It was the only turntable I had, and my kid was a 3-year-old at the time, and she ripped off the fish weight and lost it, and then ripped the stylus off the cartridge. So I didn't listen to records for like 6 years, 7 years probably. And then I got
Mm-hmm.
these 1200s and finally set them up. I set this one up a year and a half ago. And that's when I started buying all this jazz shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's annoying about these turntables. I mean, I think the carbon fiber tone arm is a great idea. It's good, but you know, it just can't solve the cartridge so easy. You have to always align and balance. And
Yeah, I
what
mean
you're
that's
gonna
why it's
do.
in my living room. And I listen to records in there once a week, maybe. So you know, I listen to records every day here in my office because I just live in here for my job.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, that's right, Peg. You can just send the turntable, and he has the control speed to 78.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I actually bought one of their platters. I think I have it here. Let me see.
For some reason, I
Which is
can't
pretty,
click on the links in the chat. That's real good.
which is pretty cool. Yes. So the original Technics is a 6 millimeter platter, right?
Mhm.
So I have a 3 millimeter, more recent rubber, and at the bottom I have one that I bought from him. It's metal in the middle, and this compound is like a sandwich. I don't know if you guys can see
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Yes, so that makes 3 millimeters as well. It helps a lot with like stabilizing resonance. So I just sit this guy here.
Yeah.
And then I sit the rubber on top. The same rubber I bought because after you.
Well, what's
recommend
your height adjustment set at? Like in the back?
1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Yeah. I'm at 1.5 right now. And,
Did you actually measure it and set it? Because I sure as hell have it on mine. And mine's probably
so
wrong.
according to instructions, for the orthophone, 18 millimeters should be about 3. But I thought it was a little too high, so I drop it down and it looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tractors. Call what tractors?
Don't
The
know.
the duals? Maybe so.
Probably. So if anybody has an exact number for a height adjustment of tone arm on a 1200, that would be highly appreciated.
I mean, I think you have to measure it, honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean each number matches a cartridge height.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I guess it also depends on how thick your mat is and all that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of eyeballed mine and it looked like the tone arm was parallel to the record, and I said that was good enough.
Yeah. Same thing. I did. I thought about 1.5 was looking pretty good, so I just stick to it.
I mean, they also have those protractors you can use and all that, but I don't know. For some reason, the idea of setting up a cartridge by myself without buying a pre-mounted one just seems so daunting that I didn't even try it. So I bought
Yeah.
I bought
I
my
think those.
pre-mounted cartridge, and it's been great.
Yeah, the PMP sounds works really well. I like it.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah, I had a turntable guy that sets up my cartridges when I bought it. Just by the head shelf, mounted. I mean, he has a 1200 there. He just sets it up for me. But if I did not, that would be the best option to get a PMP for sure. Absolutely.
Well, I need to get the other one fixed so I can get a mono setup going. I'm either going to make that dual when I get it restored. My dad's, I'm either going to put a mono cartridge on it or get my other 1200 going and put a mono cartridge on it so I can have mono and stereo. Or I guess I could just use the mono switch on my Marantz when I get it restored.
Yeah, I mean,
like, is there a difference between a mono cart and the mono switch, really?
Theoretically, I think the mono cart would work better.
But not like a real mono cart, like the modern one, like the one you have, right? It's still got the smaller stylus.
No, you know I have. So Ordophone has two mono carts: the 2M mono, and 2M mono SE, which is more elliptical, Shibata type. That should be more precise, and that will play all sorts of monos. The one I have is just a regular 2M mono. I think it's more elliptical. I'm not sure if it's as precise.
Right.
But still, it's going to track both sides of the groove as a mono because they're cut the exact same thing compared to stereo.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought about getting like the old school, like the larger, the larger stylus, the old for playing on just the old micro groove monos. I thought that'd be interesting, but then I would be scared that I would screw up and play a
new record. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's the link if you want to join us and show us what you're talking about. That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, did you get any of the new stuff yet, like the new classics?
Not all my boxes are delayed. Classics I didn't get. I have the Music Matters of both Unity and Adam's Apple.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my acoustic sounds tomorrow. So it's gonna be a shitload of stuff coming. I think like 12 records, 13.
Probably 13 because I got 12.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I gotta check. Probably, I think 13. But I didn't get
You got one of the miles. I'm so jealous of that, by the way.
Yeah, I got Steamy.
My freaking credit card got declined again because it was like a $1,200 bill and I didn't have any money in my checking account at the time. So I had to call and change the card, and I bet I missed out on Steaming just because of that delay, which is irritating. Maybe not though.
So they shipped everything to me. I think it was on Tuesday, and then on Thursday I got another shipment notification just for Steaming. Steaming is coming with a separate package.
Here comes Baggy. What's up?
Hey Baggy, how you doing?
That's cool. Can you hear us?
You can get the focus. There you go. That one right there.
Let me make it big.
I adore this cartridge. It sounds.
Is it great though?
So good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a Grotto M Plus. That's my mono cartridge.
So is it like the old school mono size, or is it like made for modern and old mono records, both? You know? Can you hear us?
Yeah, let me get some earphones on. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Hang on a second. I think you got an echo going. It's weird.
Yeah. I have nothing playing here. Oh.
No. Well, Maggie, if you can hear us, it sounds like our voices are echoing through your microphone or something. That was weird. I don't know what's going on there. But that'd be cool. I'd like to get a mono cart.
Oh, it helps. It helps. I think it focuses more the sound.
Which 7 Prestige did you get? Three or four Grado carts. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just have a Ortophone red on the one in the living room and a blue in here, and then I got a couple of old DJ cartridges that came with these turntables that aren't very good.
Yeah.
Unless I want to like scratch some records, then they'd be awesome, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get my receiver fixed though. That's the first thing I really need to do. I can't wait to hear that thing. I did turn it on and it sounded like shit.
Yeah. I mean, once you get it working, it's sweet. It's absolutely great. Nice and cool start. Mobile select one on 6 power noise.
Sorry about that.
Oh, there you go. That sounds
Oh,
great.
good. Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Now that was like a pro.
Absolutely. That sounds better than us.
Oh yeah.
So that's your mono card. So I was asking you, is that like a made for modern and like old school microgroove records, or is it just for the super old or like
That's for mono only.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So do you have two tables or you just switch them out? Like your cartridges?
I have a Fluence that I have that's right here next to me in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Technics in the living room.
That's cool.
That's a 1200.
Yes, that's the 1280. And I just uploaded my studio or my stereo tour today. So I have, if you want to see it, I have everything in that video I just uploaded today.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I'll check it out for sure.
I like
Well,
because I like the Technics table in black way more than I like it in the silver. It goes with my equipment more, so I was happy to, because I had the original 1200 and I stupidly sold it.
Right.
I did a whole video on that, like 20 minutes, talking about how I went through every single turntable you can imagine. I've had the U-turn, the Project, I have this Fluence, I've had classic Technics tables, and I finally I have the 1280 GR now, and that's it. I'm done.
That's a nice table, man.
So the 1280 is as a current release is available.
It says on that link I put up at Crutchfield that it's out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
Expected 825, so it's not like you can't get it.
No, yeah, should be next week, hopefully. Oh, interesting.
That's pretty cool. I'm just looking at this to see what.
Yeah.
So what's the big difference between that and like just an old school one?
It has a coreless drive, so I guess I would never notice if they hadn't told me, but there's some kind of issue. I think it's like an issue with direct drives. There could be a speed issue over like a long period of play. It tells you in the descriptions if you go on their website and read it. But then there's also, it's got like rubber mats underneath the plate.
Mm-hmm.
And the tone arm's definitely an upgraded over the original.
Okay.
But that all said, if you have an original, just send it to Cab and he can do all those. He can't do that coreless direct drive, but if I hadn't stupidly sold my original one, I would have had it, still to this day.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty sweet. I like that. I thought about getting a VPI or something eventually. Maybe, I don't know.
I just like the ease of being able to switch because I'm starting to collect 78s. Like I love Louis Armstrong. He's like my favorite, and I like being able to play those. And then I can I have my Nagoka 200
Mhm.
for all my modern albums, and then I have that Grotto. I was so pleased. It sounds so great on. I have my Chet Atkins monos, my in my jazz mono originals that I have, all that stuff, like Johnny Cash. Sounds excellent on all that stuff.
That's really cool.
And they're so affordable compared to that Ortophone. I think that Ortophone, like the really high end one, is like $700 or something like that.
7 almost, yeah. I have the regular ones, like 400 and something, almost 5.
Yeah.
How much is that Grado?
It's like I think it's like 150, 200 or something.
Oh, nice.
It's not expensive.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's in production. It's not a vintage card.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, good to know.
But the 1280 plays 78s as well.
Yes, you have to press down the 45 and the 33 buttons simultaneously, and it spins at 78.
That's pretty cool. Mine definitely does not do that.
Yeah.
Yours neither does it, Felipe.
Sorry?
Does yours play 78s?
No.
Yeah.
But the guy in New Jersey, he can upgrade it.
Yeah, Cab can upgrade it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so fun playing 78s.
Oh, I bet. Do you have to have a special cartridge for them too?
Yes, and I got a cheap Audio Technica because they sound like garbage anyway because they're so chewed up over the years.
Yeah.
I just got this little, I think it was like a $50 Audio Technica 78 cartridge, and those are my 3 cartridges. And all you have to do, the only fiddly thing you have to do is weigh. You get your little weight scale to make sure you have the correct cartridge weight. Just write them down so that when you switch them, you can just weigh it out and you're ready to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Once you get them all set up, I hate that part. I absolutely hate that part.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Like, I haven't bought one that you have to set up. All the ones I bought have been pre-mounted so far, just because it's.
Oh my god, it's such a frustrating process. You got the tiny little screws, and you're trying to move it just a little bit here and there, and it's really.
Yeah, those are much easier. Absolutely, for sure.
I mean, that's basically why I bought the one I have, just because of that reason. Literally, because it came pre-mounted. I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
I was gonna do the P3, but then I just started getting into. Started with the Johnny Cash stuff. I just like. I'm not an audiophile and I say that just because I don't think I'm sophisticated enough to tell the difference on these things.
Right.
I don't think I have the ear for that, but I always thought vinyl sounded different, and I just like having something that someone bought in the I just did that auction with Waxed, and here's one of the records. This is one of the records I bought from that auction the other day or a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I remember this one.
It's so clean, and this is a stereo, but I've got a bunch of Chet Atkins monos. I've got Johnny Cash, and I'm just now starting to get the few affordable jazz records in mono that are available out there. A lot of them are hundreds of dollars, unfortunately.
I got this one in that auction. It's one of the best sound. It's one of the best sound records I have by far.
I had all those. I bought all those in the '90s. All those whenever I go to like the record swap meet in Pasadena, it's like war records are like the most common thing you can get. You can get them for like $4, just perfectly clean copies and everything. Yeah, I have their whole catalog.
So how long have you've been buying records for a long time then, huh?
In '98, my roommate, we wanted to get into scratching and stuff like that. We were getting into hip hop, and we had come from the punk and alternative music and stuff like that. Then he, for some reason, he was really into Tom Waits, and he really got infatuated with the bass clarinet. And he bought a bass clarinet, and then he went nuts for Eric Dolphy, and then he went nuts for jazz. and he had money, his family had money, so he bought like he would buy like hundreds of CDs a week.
Oh wow.
And I was his roommate, so I could just listen to whatever I wanted to. So that was when that was the first time I heard Blue Train. And then I went and bought my first jazz CDs, which was, I remember we went into Tower Records in Pasadena, and there was a kid in there. It was the coolest kid. I wish I'd stayed friend, or befriended him, because he was so cool. He recommended Red Clay for me, Freddie Hibbert, because I knew I was interested in playing trumpet. And I got Blue Train and then King Pleasure, because I always liked that. There was a Bing Crosby, the other Bill Cosby episode where he sings that there I go, there I go, there I go, that, and I always liked that. And there was a Gap commercial too at the time played that, and I never knew who sung it, because we didn't have the internet back then. And then I sang it to him. He's like, I know exactly who that is. Here's a CD. So those are my first 3 jazz CDs, and Blue Train, gave me goosebumps the first time I heard it. The first time when it comes on, it goes, that first track, when his horn comes in, it sounds like it's from another world. I mean, I never heard something like that before, and
Right.
I was
It's
instantly
beautiful.
hooked.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited about they're doing a special edition of that, because I am not happy with the classic series stuff.
No.
I had to buy Monin 3 times to
Yeah.
get a copy that wasn't defective. My Song for My Father is still, I wasn't able to replace that. I just won an auction on Whatnot where I got something else, and it's decent. It's a little noisy, but hopefully after I clean it, it's better. But it's not defective like the original copy I have. So I was so glad they didn't do Blue Train as a classic. They're doing it as a tone pot. I hope that they do the Moan and stuff like that, because I wasn't collecting when the music mattered. I mean I was, but it was so expensive at the time that I was like, oh, someday I'm going to get that Moan and Music Matters that I saw on YouTube. And then, but now they're impossible to get, unless you want to spend lots of money on them.
Right.
Yeah.
But I hope they do, like, they kind of do with the Beatles albums, like when an anniversary comes up for
I think that would be
Moanin.
cool.
Yeah.
Do an anniversary
Yeah.
version of, for the people that missed the original
Yeah.
ones. Do a tone
Yeah.
poet version of it.
I can see that
Yeah.
happening. I would love to see that happen too, especially with those headliners like that, right? Like
they deserve
30, whale records they have.
Mhm.
It'd be really sweet to be able to buy those in a tone poet configuration.
Is
I mean,
it
I've had really
Paulus that presses
Yeah.
those?
the tone
Who?
poet.
Is it Paulus or Optimal?
Optimal presses the classics, and then RTI
Yeah.
presses the tone
Because
poet.
they're just, I mean, I just have the worst luck with those.
Well, they
And
did have a bad,
it's on the big titles too.
The very first ones were really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think around Soul Station they started getting really better.
My Herbie's great. My
Polyline
Taken
Ears.
Off. My Freddie. I'm a big Freddie fan, so all the Freddie ones I got were just fine.
Mhm.
It's these, when they came out those War Horse titles, it's like maybe they rushed them through too much or something, because I just had horrible luck with all of them.
Yeah, they had a problem. They had a big problem with Midnight Blue, and then the other one.
I got that.
Oh,
That was
the
two I got in
Moments.
the auction the other night for. It was Midnight Blue and
Idle
which
Moments,
I
they
hadn't
came
had before
together.
anyway, and I tested them both out, and they're both okay. So it's like, shoot.
Yeah, I had to return the Midnight Blue twice to get a good. The third one was good, but ever since those though, it seems like it's gotten way better. Like that. Felipe, what's that one that we like so much? The that came out like a month ago.
Brother Macduff.
Yes, that record sounds insane.
Yes. I think the last few months, even though they don't have like killer titles that everybody wants in a sense, they sound amazing. The Ruben Wilson, also very good. Let me see what else.
All behind the comments here. A 70s stereo copy of Lush Love that sounds terrible in stereo. But yeah, so Nick was asking you, Baggy, if you ever play your stereo records with your mono cart.
I do, because I'm too lazy to change it. So, I mean, I love if I ever buy another cartridge, like a stereo cartridge, I probably will try out one of their stereo cartridge, because I think they're a great outfit, and they're a lot cheaper than buying the Nagokas, which are, I think they're more expensive because they're imported. So
right, that makes sense.
That dropping the money for that Nagoka 200 was like, that was not easy for me to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Jack McDuff record was amazing. The drums on that blew me away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I have a Prestige Jack McDuff Live. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's the only one of his I have.
Yeah, it's really old school.
I don't know. Let me look real quick because I can't remember if I have any other his
With
records or not.
with the yellow label.
With what?
With a yellow label, RVG
Okay.
and everything. And that was like $1 record.
I've got two other records of his. Or one of the records of his. It's Tobacco Road on Atlantic. That's funny. I was watching some video last night on YouTube. It was some guy talking about jazz records, and he said, I turned it off after this. He said, so Coltrane and somebody else were like at the high end of the tone scale, like roughness or whatever. And he said, Hank Mobley's in the middle. And then he put, who was it? Some super famous tenor player. I can't remember right now. And like the smooth, Stan Getz, right?
Stan Getz, yes.
Like the smooth guy. And he put Kenny G with Stan Getz. I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Oh no.
Video instantly. I was like, you can't put Stan Getz and Kenny G in the same category, dude.
Oh no. Yeah.
Jack McDuff and Sonny Stitt are great together, but they are. I don't have that much Sonny Stitt stuff. I have 3 or 4 of his records. It seems like half of his stuff sucks and half of it's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
some zippers. I mean, this guy here that I got. You saw that, right, Chris?
I don't remember. Let me look at it.
I scored a lot of original blue labels.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah.
Charles, my local record store. They were sticking shrink wrap.
Nice.
And it plays beautifully. All Van Gelder, everything.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of luck in Texas finding that much of that stuff, honestly. I mean, I found a lot of good used stuff, but like older Blue Notes, you never see. I'm not even talking about OGs. I'm just talking about like Liberties.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. At a store that I sometimes go in Fort Lauderdale, I got a original John Patton, a Lone Cane John Patton.
Yeah.
And I got that blue label, Bud Powell, the Volume 2.
Oh yeah. I need to get
really good.
I need the other ones. I got that. Did you get the classic baggie, the Bud Powell that came out a month or 2 ago?
No,
that's good.
I stopped buying the classics because I was just afraid to buy them now. So
yeah,
I still have a lot.
Again. I would try them again. I would just recommend trying them.
I would.
They really fixed it. I mean, you can always get an A bad record, but like, you know.
Well, I don't have a lot of saxophone favorites, but if a trumpet player's on the lineup that I like, then that's what I get. It's all about the trumpet players for me.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So who are your favorites?
Originally it was like, for a long time I didn't venture out a lot in jazz. I had all of Miles' albums, before the electric stuff.
Yeah.
I had Coltrane, and then I had Freddie Hubbard, and that was as far as I went in jazz, and Dave Brubeck and stuff like that. And then in maybe like 7 years ago, something like that, whenever the VC started and I started watching Baraka P-Dub videos and stuff like that, then I started seeing, Monin and these other ones, and I started listening to that stuff, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole lot of other people besides Miles and
yeah.
And all these guys are on each other's albums, so you can just, it's just different leaders. So that's the
rabbit hole, right? You see a record and you start going after everyone that's playing the record.
Yeah, and then I started playing trumpet because I played a little bit when I was a kid, and I never kept up with it. And then when the pandemic started, I was like, I bought a trumpet. I bought a cheap used one, and I started taking classes. So this is my third. I'm in my 3rd year now since the pandemic started.
That's awesome, man.
Of playing, so
cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So, Vinyl Piper, what's your first name? Because I don't know your first name, so I can actually refer to you as a human. I'll keep stuff that's with a slight warp sometimes, but if there's a scratch on it that I can hear, I send it back instantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all my Target stuff I've gotten recently, my even my AP stuff is all warped. So like it has a slight warp in it, but The second Moaning I bought had a big warp where it was going up and down, and that's just not good for your cartridge. So I said, I told them I'll send this back. They said just keep it and we'll send you another one. So that was my third copy morning. It still had a slight warp in it. My Ella and Louis that just came out has a slight warp in it. Like everything they've given me. So I don't know how they're handling the records at Target, but they're not. Whatever they're doing, it's warping all the records, and I know it's them too because I buy stuff directly from AP. It never is warped. I've never had a problem from other
last
retailers.
summer I got a shit ton of warped records from AP. Like,
you did?
Oh yeah, every record I got from them last summer was warped. I don't know if just the heat or just it was like the height of all the fuckery with trying to press shit. I don't know, but I only sent one or two of them back because they were like, irritating.
I had two bad experiences with AP. You know how they close those kind of pizza boxes and they close on the side?
Mm-hmm.
So I had twice a box coming with one of the sides open. So the records, the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side popped open?
It was unfolded. Yes, it was open on the side. So.
Oh yeah.
Records
I
got
usually
damaged.
open it. Just
yeah. I mean, the records are fine, slightly bent, so they just send me gift cards.
That's cool. I've never had a problem with their packaging is rock solid. You know who has shitty packaging is Blue Note and Universal Music. If you buy 10 records from them, good luck. I bought like 5 Tone Poets and 5 classics, and they just put them in this shitty box. And
I did in 21. They had
every single one of them had a bent corner.
Yeah,
they had that big sale where they were.
Yep.
I had it. Most of my collection came from that sale because I bought probably 16 of them or something in that sale.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what the sale was, but they had a huge sale of, and they came in 2 different shipments. It was because some of them were delayed or whatever.
Yeah, Blue Note is slow to ship. It's the same shop as You Discover Music or whatever. It's all Universal's online shop. They are slow to ship. But they used to be, every once in a while, they'd have a restock and it would just show up there only. But it seems like now, Plaid Room Records has gotten every Tone Poet restock recently when no one else got it. Like, they got the Chick Corea first. They got, what was the other one they got back? Do you remember, Felipe?
Oh, it was not Donald Byrd. Let me look at me.
I can't remember. Anyway, they've had a couple of them that had been sold out for a long time where they just showed up with a stock of them.
I think Money Jungle too, right?
Might have been Money Jungle, yeah.
Point of View, no.
Customs check for Felipe because he's in Florida and they're shipped from Kansas.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was open like that. Where they just not put tape on it, or did the tape get torn open? That's crazy.
No, it was open. It was totally open.
Oh.
So every time I see one of those, I just film as I'm opening the box just to send it to them. I had 2 shipments from Vinyl Please recently coming warped, and they replaced.
Really?
Yeah.
And they replaced them?
Yeah.
That's good.
I just shot a video of the record on the same day here, right? They know the day that the record arrives and
right.
Send it back.
I got screwed on one thing. It was Sam Records that what's the 3-disc one?
Nathan Davis.
Yeah, Nathan Davis. I bought that, and side 1 had label glue on it, and I forgot to return it for 3 months. So I got stuck with it. Mm-hmm. Or no, I didn't open it for 3 months, and when I opened it, it was too late to return it. I was just screwed.
That's what happened with my song for my father. I waited too long. Which, as long as you tell Target, I bought this Ella Fitzgerald Berlin tapes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it must have non-fill because it's got that super loud crackling noise in a bunch of the tracks. So I'm like, I don't need this. And so I put in to return it, and they said, oh, you have until November such and such to bring it back to the store. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But you have to let them know that your intention to return it. So if you go beyond the period, you're stuck with them. Luckily, the classics are cheap though, so I out $40 for a Tone Poet or something like that.
The other one I have that I don't remember, I got another defective one. It's a Brian Blade Fellowship. I think it was the 80 series, and I forgot all about it after I opened it, and it's got a little scratch on side 2 through one half of a song that's just I don't know. It's deep. Like you can hear it tick, tick every revolution. So
That's annoying. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it away and buy a new one, I guess, at some point. VMP's building a plant in Denver. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I mean, they got Gary
Yeah.
Selstrom going over there from QRP.
Yeah.
So if they can get that going, that'll be sweet. Because I don't want to buy any more of their box sets that are pressed at GZ. I mean, I got the Herbie Hancock one, and it sounds okay. It's not like amazing though. Like if it had been pressed at RTI or Palace or something. So if they get it running and they make a good product, that'd be nice to have that much more.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Pressing capacity.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. They're a little pricey, but their product is premium. It's got much better, I think.
Yeah, even the GZ stuff I've gotten from them over the last 6 months has been great.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that title they have out for this month? I wasn't familiar with that singer.
Which one? Dinah Washington?
Not Dinah Washington, is that?
Well, it's the
I'm
class.
familiar with her.
Are you talking about? I forgot the other one. It's got restocked.
No, this is like a record of the month that you have to subscribe to get. It's where'd it go? Or was I looking at last month? Oh, here. Oh no, it is Dinah Washington. Never mind.
Yeah. That record's great, man. It's pressed at RTI too.
Oh, that record. Oh yeah, that record is great.
It's amazing. I like that one. But there's another one that everybody's been talking about. Who's that? Something Deary is her name. I can't remember her name.
Blossom Deary.
Blossom Deary. Did you buy that one?
Not yet. It's still in stock.
Yeah, I've heard such great things. Don't know anything about her, but I heard such great things about it.
I streamed the record. It's very, very good. Beautiful.
Well, why don't I just buy it right now then?
Yeah, but I swapped my Dizzy Gillespie.
Yeah, the Dizzy. I'm getting.
I didn't like the sound of it. I think I'm not going to be listening to it all the time.
That's fair. Here's a question:
Was BMP already in Denver, or not Denver, but in?
I think they're in North Carolina. That's where the record shipped from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't
I'm
have.
not sure.
Yeah. So who cleans their new records? Do you, Baggy? Do you clean new records?
I'm like
I do.
With that that one step. I got the one step. It's a one step, right? The craft relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got it. I played it. It skipped on If I Were a Bell. And I recorded the skip. You had to send them video proof of it. I put it on McAuliffe's Facebook as well. I say, hey guys, what do you think about this? Is this, I tried changing the weight and everything, but it would skip. So they sent me another disc, not the packaging, just the disc. Mm-hmm. And that one had a skip in a different part. I went on Discogs and someone else had the same complaint. Said after I cleaned it, the skip went away. So I have the vinyl style type spin clean. Mm-hmm. You seen that one? Mm-hmm. That one has the goat hair brushes instead of the pads like the like the yellow spin clean has, and I like that one better because people say that the goat hair brushes clean deeper than the pads like on the spin clean. So I do that, and then I got the Disc Doctor 6 vacuum, and so I run it through that vacuum. Then I still have to hit. There's still there'll be a little bit of water left on it, even after the vacuum. So I have to kind of sop it up with a little bit of a eye doctor cloth, eyeglass cloth, and then that's how I clean mine right now. Because I did want to get a. I was concerned about the noise that the Ultrasonics make because I'm in an apartment.
It is a horrible.
The vacuum's pretty loud too, but I just figured that maybe they'll think I'm running a vacuum or something.
Fair.
But I don't know. Then some people are saying they're not as bad. They're not as loud as you think.
They're not that loud. It's just an irritating sound.
Yeah, I just shut the door. I turned mine on and shut the door.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some guy in that firmer video from the audio show they just had in Washington.
Yeah.
They showed this guy that built like little cabinet with egg crate inside to deaden the sound so that you can completely cover the sound of it.
That's
It was for that really high end one, the machine though.
the
Like
Claudio or
one,
something.
yeah, those are for
Yeah.
the Claudio. Yeah.
Those things are ridiculous. But I mean, like
Yeah.
Mike at the End Group has 3 or 4 of them, and he runs. It's like a production facility to clean records. So if you were going to do that, that's fine. But I don't have 1,000 records a month to clean or anything.
Well, there's a service in Chicago that you can send so many records away to, and they'll do it all for you and send it back.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it eventually with like some records that I want to see if it's possible to like make them better than what the state they are, and they also have a flattening service.
Yeah, and on the same track, has anybody in the chat or on the screen used a record flattening service?
No, but
Hey,
I'm
guys.
going to try that because I have this old Elvis record that my mom had that it's like bent to the side. It's really like it's unplayable, and I want to see if they could do anything with it because it's my mom's. It's kind of got like a sentimental value.
This is what I worry about
So-
too. Like, are the
Yeah,
new
for sure.
are the new plants going to have good people to run them? Right. Like, I
Yeah.
guess we'll find out. What's up, Mike? You walking the dog?
Hey,
Yeah,
Mike.
I have my video off because it's really dark, so I look like a creep if I'm on camera. I'll show you guys real quick.
Where's the
But,
spider?
oh my gosh, I brought my
Look at the spiders.
flashlight. What's up, Baggy? That's awesome
Hello.
you joined.
Thank you.
Welcome. Very cool. But yeah, I
So,
agree.
Mike,
Sentimental records. I have one from my grandmother. It's a Peggy Lee. It's nothing like particularly great, but it's it has her name on it, like that she hand wrote, obviously, and it's special. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome. So Lucky 13 here says that Brian Blade record has that issue with all of them. So I guess I'll just keep the one I have then.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, I got a Brian Blade record that's got like a defect on one side that I've had forever, and I just forgot to return. It's just sitting in a crate still, but he's saying that all of them have. He had 3 of them. They all have the same defect. So, Baggy, you only clean stuff that's new if there's a problem with it, basically.
Yeah, and it did take care of those. Like, it was funny because after they sent me a whole nother disc, after I cleaned that one, then it didn't have the skip in it. I still don't like the way that it clips on that. That mute is so. I mean, when you listen to like Sketches of Spain, like I can't play it in the car with my wife because she's like she can't handle it. Like it hurts her ears. It's not an easy type of music to listen to for some people anyway. But I don't think. I mean, if it distorts on the original tape, then it distorts on the original tape, and then I can appreciate that. You're like, this is the way it was recorded by originally,
Yeah.
But and because that means on the CDs and the digital versions, they're using
Doctoring it up.
technology to take it out of it, which. So I'll have to investigate that further to see if that's true or not. If that's the case, maybe I'll keep it because it's preserving the history of the recording, I guess.
So did you order any of those Candids, Baggy? I have not yet.
Candid?
Yeah, the Candid record reissues. They got like 10 of them coming out.
What is this? Where do I
We got a
find that?
video about it about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay, I'll check it out.
There's a bunch of them coming out, and Chris here bought a bunch of them apparently, and Mazzy, he watched our video and bought 9 of them, so he was kind of.
Oh no, maybe I shouldn't watch that video then.
You should watch it totally, yeah.
Well, I only pre-ordered 2 of them. There's a Booker Little that is supposed to be excellent, and then there's also a Cecil Taylor. So I pre-ordered those 2, and I figured I'll see how those go, and I may pre-order more. Oh my God! Can I show you guys something?
Yes.
Let me see if I can do this. So I'm taking the dog for a walk. All right. Can I flip this camera around?
He found a spider again.
Yeah. Let me see if I could show. Can you guys see that?
Is that the same one?
Yes. It's even like bigger. Do you see that sucker?
Yeah, it's a big spider, man.
And the thing is, like, it's in between these 2 fence posts for me to get into the park where I take my dog.
Well, it's his park now, it looks like.
Oh, wait. Now it's on me. I don't know why I can't flip my camera around. Anyway, let whatever. So we're gonna take the long route because that sucker looks mean. But yeah, so Baggy, I only pre-ordered 2 of them, and I think Rob, the Wax, was saying that they're not necessarily the best pressing, so you kind of have to watch out for them. So I figured I'll take
We'll
these
see.
2.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know where they're pressed at. Nobody does, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, they have Bernie Grundman, so they
Yep.
spared no expense with the mastering engineer. They're all analog, so they did them right. And then, you know, it would be a
we
shame if they
insist.
Yeah, we insist.
well,
it's one of them.
we insist is one of them, and actually that was already pressed for Record Store Day, but I guess that's sold out, and they're gonna reissue it again or
Yeah.
repress it again.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get that one. I don't think. I streamed it since that video, and I don't know if I want that one. I want it because it is like a civil rights record, and there is like a bunch of jazz records. Like Art Blakey has the Freedom Suite. Max Roach has We Insist. There are others that I just can't think of right now. It'd be cool to have all of those, honestly, like as a group.
So Chris has a degritter and loves it. I would love to have a degritter. Those things are so expensive, though.
I would love to have the thing is, like, I buy so many old records that are so caked up with nasty stuff on it, like stuff that like a simple brush will not get off. And like you can see it, like I'll play it and my stylus gets caked up.
Yeah, it's
So
not good,
Ultrasonic.
man.
Yeah, I know.
Clean your records.
I know. I'm just lazy with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I have a
When I-
stupid spin clean.
Well, when I'm doing
that's
this,
like a. Sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the spin clean, like, I don't know. It's like you have to make an afternoon out of it. It's like I don't have that time.
You have to do that with
Yeah.
all of them, dude. Unless you buy like a degritter or a humming guru, they're all a giant pain in the ass.
Well, that's what I want. Or you know, everybody's talking about this humming guru, and when
Yeah.
that first came out, I did not hear good reviews of that thing.
Yeah.
I heard that like the frequency they use, because like obviously the ultrasonic is done, you know, with certain specs. And I heard it's not the same as like a degritter. Like not all ultrasonic frequencies are done at the same. And people had mixed reviews of that. So I was, you know, I think the first review, the person was like, I don't know if I would recommend this. So I was always skeptical of it. But since then, people have gotten it. Like Harry from the music room.
Yeah.
He likes it. I mean, frankly, like,
What?
it's going to be Ritter, but it's probably very good. Am I breaking up?
Yeah, for sure. So Elliot,
Oh,
Yeah.
you bring up a little bit. Elliot's saying that there's burrs left over from pressing. That is true from like RTI and QRP. That if I've had lots of analog productions records where you play them, they have like these loud pops, like the first 1 or 2 times you play them, and they just go away. That's because I saw a video with Chad and whoever the guy from RTI is, and they said that happens because they don't polish the stampers to knock off the little burrs.
Yeah,
And-
that's what they do in Germany.
And the Germans do. So, but they claim that doing that loses some of the, you know, some of the sound, I guess, some of the information that's on the stamper. So who knows? But my Miles Davis kind of bluted that. Like it was bad. Like the first 2 times I played it, I almost sent it back, and then the third time it was flawless.
For your UHQR?
Yeah.
Yeah. I sent mine back twice, and I can confirm, like, I tried playing it multiple times. I like tried playing it an entire afternoon. Like I thought there was something wrong with my stylus. I thought there was something wrong with my tracking angle. I thought like everything was wrong. And I finally realized that like all my other records sounded fine. So I just, you know, came to the conclusion that it was the record. But like this was before people were saying that there were issues with it. So I was like, am I crazy? Like this is supposed to be the best pressed record ever. And I'm going to go back to Acoustic Sounds and say there's an issue with it. Anyway,
That's
so I did
exactly
that.
my situation was with you're describing exactly how I felt with that craft. That was the same price. So I know exactly how you feel. Thank God my Kind of Blue was good, because I would have been heartbroken if that, because I don't have any other copies of that one.
over here. Sorry, I'm yelling at my dog. Remy. So the thing is, so I returned it. Remy, over here. Hey, good boy. So there's some people walking on the field. I just don't want him to attack, which he won't. But so I returned it. They gave me another one. So the issue with the first one was side A was crackly, like there was issues with side A. And when I got side B, I'm sorry. So when I got the second one, I listened to it. Side A sounded fine, and then I flipped it, and side B had an issue. So I again reached out to them. They were like, show us evidence that you destroyed it. We'll send you a new one. And then the third one sounds perfect. But the thing is like every time I go to play that thing, because I had such a, I don't know, like such a crazy experience with it, I'm always like ready to flinch that something's going to go wrong with it. But now when I play it, it sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm glad I'm glad that I went through it and that they were cool about it and I got it because it does sound fantastic. I'm so happy with it, but it kind of sucked. There was, I don't know, it just wasn't the greatest experience. And I don't know if I'd get another UHQR. I mean, if they did another jazz title that I don't have, I would consider it. But otherwise, I feel like for whatever reason, and I know like Analog Productions, everything else I have from them is perfect. So, you know, I don't know what happened with that.
Well, they used the fine belt press, and apparently it didn't work out. I mean, they said they're not using that press anymore for the UHQRs for whatever reason.
Okay. Well, I was like into it, and I remember watching like the Fremer, Michael 45, and Bernie Grundman interview where they had Remy. Let's go. Rem. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna mute for a second.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, mine was fine.
Okay.
So apparently those candidate releases were pushed back a couple of times, and we're not going to see them to the end of September. That surprises no one with the pressing capacity issues and like sleeve issues we've seen. Hopefully, I think that feels like it's getting better because it seems like a shit ton of stuff is coming out like all at once. Like I'm struggling to buy everything I want. You know, I mean, you know, like it seemed like there was a drought there for a while where of course, you know, last week Analog Productions puts out 12 fucking prestiges like out of nowhere. They had said a week before it's going to be a while before they put it out anymore. So that was, I had those on pre-order, so that was a big chunk of money that just, you know, disappeared.
I just ended up getting the digital craft ones.
Yeah.
I just got a bunch of those. I was like, I'll just get these and just to have them, you know. And
like the OJCs
I like
or whatever.
I got a bunch of the Coltranes and a bunch of the Miles stuff. They were so cheap. They're like, you know, $19.99. They must be. I'm assuming they're better than buying like Wax Time or something.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, craft. But, if you keep an eye on craft, they're releasing stuff.
Yeah, they sound good. They sound good to me. So they're fun.
Yeah,
that brings me another question that I've been asking a lot of people is, you know, thankfully I've got that something else now, that classic, and it's good. I'm going to clean it up, and I'm sure it's going to be fine because that's one of my favorites of all time, of course, like most people. But I was planning on just going with the MoFi when it comes out. I had it pre-ordered. I had that, and I had Sketches and the Elvis pre-ordered. So what do you guys think about that? Now that we know it's not all analog, do you think it's still worth buying an album that you really love on vinyl from MoFi, or should I just buy the $30 CD if I want to hear their mastering of it?
My opinion is I'm not going to buy any more one steps from them probably.
Yeah,
but I'm still buying their regular stuff.
Yeah, I'm skipping one steps as well.
It's expensive. It's very
expensive. I'm going to pay $100 or $125 for that. I'm just not.
So here's my take. I don't have the classic. I have an SRX. So if you want to spend big bucks, buy Music Matters.
Yeah, it's like $300 though. I mean,
yeah,
that's, you know, a huge jump. Here's my thing. There was for Miles Davis, there was a mono series that, you know, Sony did. I don't know when. Let me find it real quick. It was really good.
Is it classic records of this one?
No. I don't think so. Let me find it. My sketches of Spain real quick. And I've got Porgy and Bess too. That's what it was called. Hang on.
I just got that for free from Patrick.
So it's called Miles Davis, the original mono recordings, and these came out. When did these come out? 2012, right? So I found a couple in the wild that were still sealed, and they're pressed at RTI, right? And let's see.
I got this for free.
Yeah, that's a great record. I love that record. They were pressed at RTI. They were cut by Kevin Gray, and you know you can get one right now for
Like 25
$20, right? $25 on Discogs, and they sound great.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm not replacing my Sketches of Spain with $125, digital one step.
Who put those out? It was Columbia.
Yeah.
What's the year? Because usually it's how
I'll put a link in the chat to the
Okay.
to the series.
Yeah.
This is on Discogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think they have Someday My Prince Will Come as well. Really good.
I canceled all my one steps.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have a Sketches of Spain. It sounds fine. I mean, the thing is, it probably is going to sound amazing as a one step because it is a very quiet. I mean, I feel like it would benefit from the quiet vinyl, right? Alone, because it's like there's a lot of soft, silent parts to it. So I think having dead quiet vinyl is going to benefit from it. So I'm sure it'll sound great. But I don't know. I was just like, do I want to spend $125 on this now? And
No.
and I probably shouldn't have got it in the first place. And this just gave me the excuse to cancel it, so I did. I sent back my Muddy Waters. They accepted the return, and that was after taxes, that was like that was nearly like $140 record.
Yeah.
So the Analog Productions is less than half the price and supposedly sounds better. And then I canceled my Cannonball Adderley, and I canceled my Bitches Brew.
Yeah.
One steps. I'm like pretty much. I mean, I'm not completely done with MoFi, but I'm pretty done with MoFi.
I bought 3 records from them this week, so I'm obviously not done with them.
Yeah, I'm not like against MoFi, but it's just like the one steps because they're so expensive. I just am like, I have all these records already. It's like these were just like nice to haves, and I was just like,
These two came in today, so I got the 2 Cars records, and they're both analog. Cut from
nice.
From the tape from MoFi, and they
Very
just
nice.
in stock last week. So I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, and look, I mean, even the DSDs sound really good. I don't know.
This is a good point too. Elliot says he can buy 6 or more Blue Note classics.
Exactly.
Price of one MoFi one.
The thing is, I returned that Muddy Waters one step, got the $140 back, and then literally the next day, Analog Productions, Acoustic Sounds dropped those 12 Prestige records, and I just basically pushed that money to Acoustic Sounds.
Mike, I think you have insider info there.
What's that?
I think you have some insider information there.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
I don't know.
We have some insider information.
Oh, insider information, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, look, I'm not against MoFi. I mean, obviously everybody's upset with them, but their records still sound excellent. But I don't think I need the one steps, I guess is the point at this point.
Yeah.
If I find a Miles Davis record for a reasonable price, like less than $100, that I want, I'm going to get it because like a lot of those are the best versions that are available.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'm not against MoFi. I just my approach to them has completely changed.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't want to buy $100 records anymore. I don't think. Period. Like UHQR
I agree.
or one steps. I just don't.
Yeah, or at least put out like a do that limited edition one, then put out some $40 versions, or $30 versions.
agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with buying a 33 RPM $40 Analog Productions record all day long.
Plus, I don't have the room. I don't have the room for records I have now. These boxes,
I agree.
All these gatefolds. I mean,
I like the gatefolds now. I love the gatefolds, but yeah, the big boxes, I hate them. I'm
Yeah,
with
the
Maggie on
gatefold-
that. I hate the boxing.
I took my Miles Davis UHQR box that's in my storage room, and I took the gatefold, and that's in my collection.
Exactly.
Like, I have no use for it. I don't want to throw it away because, honestly, the fucking box has my 2 shredded up records that I have, and I printed out all my communications with them. So one day when somebody like inherits this collection or buys it, like they'll have the provenance of like that, which might be of interest, maybe. But that's
Grandpa
what that
Mike
house
had a really
that
hard
house is.
time getting a good record.
Yeah. I will say though, like, the thing that, it does bother me when I'm on these like analog production Facebook groups and people like complain about, oh, it takes so long for them to ship or whatever. I'm just like, guys, if it takes like a couple weeks, like just relax. Or their customer service has been excellent for me. Like every time I reach out to them, I'm very respectful. I say exactly what I want. I'm very clear, and they always respond, and they're always able to make me happy, whatever the outcome is. So I don't get that. I mean, I feel like they run a really good shop. They try to make the customer happy, and sometimes you can't make the customer happy, I guess. But like, within like, I feel like I'm a reasonable customer, and if I can't get a record because there's an issue, there's 1,000 other records to get. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I've seen
And
people
they're-
wig out because a record sold
Yeah.
out. They're like, I'm
I
just
saw.
gonna- yeah.
There was someone that wigged out because they got one of the AP Prestiges and it was 180 gram instead of 200 gram as advertised, and they literally were. I don't know if you guys saw this post on this Facebook group. They were like, "I'm returning it.
Oh,
This
I
is
saw it.
bullshit."
So
And it was just like, "Oh my god! Like, are you serious? Like that means nothing." Like it's put it on the platter. Does it sound good? Who cares if it's 200? If it's 20 more grams?
exactly.
So ridiculous, but that's my look.
I think that matters if you're buying cocaine more than records, probably.
I feel like if people want to be upset about that, then good for them. You could be upset about that, but to me, that's a really silly thing to return a great mastered, great sourced record for.
I agree. I think the funniest thing I saw recently was somebody said they were going to wait till they showed up on Discogs so they could pay a flipper because they would ship it faster than ordering it from Analog Productions.
Yeah.
This is literally the stupidest thing I've read
Oh,
today.
no, that's so dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you wrote that, I apologize for us calling you dumb. You're probably not a dumb person, but your comment was stupid. So that's my position on that one. I make stupid comments all the time.
No, that was dumb.
When Jazz Shepherd
just
goes
think,
off
like,
on all these comments that he
I feel
sees
like-
on Facebook and stuff, I always think that he's like building up straw men. But now that listening to you guys, maybe he's like, maybe these people are that bad on Facebook.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
no.
So no one's going to listen to the 3 hours of this episode, hopefully, but Dan definitely builds straw men and then tears them down slowly on all of his videos where he talks about the jazz vinyl community and how stupid we are, or how everybody shits on everybody's records that they post if they're not avant-garde, free jazz.
Yeah, it's like
And I
I've
will
seen
say
that.
What?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was just gonna say that Chris. We say this about Dan, but like Chris, Felipe, and I like follow Dan. Like every time he posts a video, we
Absolutely.
are talking about what he's talking about. Like he us being critical of Dan is we also really, we follow his channel. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. Like he talks about, jazz records. He's one of the few. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of people, but honestly, there's not that many people that are talking about jazz records on Facebook.
No.
If you want to see somebody talk about Bethlehem records, I mean, there's like 2 channels that might have a couple videos about that. And so we definitely, appreciate Dan's collection, the output he has, but we also criticize him too. We don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah, I mean, I complained in my comment just slightly, like gently complained to him,
Yeah.
and then I kind of cooled down after it. And I'm like, he's like, well, what are you mad about? I'm like, bro, never mind. You're fine. Just forget it.
Yeah.
It's not worth
Yeah.
arguing about this little petty shit,
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, to me, it was like, I think maybe he noticed that you can get a lot of views to doing a MoFi video. And I didn't know what I was doing when I first started, and I just made a video with MoFi in the title, and I just started like a week ago, and that video has like over 500 views, and my other videos have like 15 views.
Probably because it pops in everybody's feed if you're
Yeah.
search, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan's.
you put that hashtag in there, and it works.
I feel like Dan's.
Our Blue Train video blew up. We have almost 1,000 views on the little Blue Train video we did, just talking about the Tone Poet. That's been our best.
Oh
video.
yeah, and that video wasn't particularly good, but I feel like that was like right time, right content. People just wanted to hear a little something about it, and it didn't have to be perfect, but it people just wanted to hear about it.
The thumbnail was excellent, though. Okay, Mike, you did a really good job on the thumbnail for that video.
Oh,
but my thing with when someone comes in to McAllis like Facebook or something with a jazz time, I want to let them know, hey, you know, the family's not getting the royalties for that. You know, Freddie Hubbard's family's not seeing the royalties from that. I mean, they worked. It's bad enough they never got paid during their lifetime what they got paid. Freddie Hubbard had to get help from the Musicians Fund to pay his medical bills.
Yep.
You know, and
I agree.
On top of that, when they buy those records, if it's not the sourcing or anything, if they sound good to you, then great. But it's the fact that they're just they're avoiding all the royalties there. So I mean, you think what Dan would be behind that? You think that would be something he would be championing?
No,
I agree. I do feel like the one nuance. I would say the one nuance to that is if you're a new collector, you're definitely not going to know about that stuff. And it really the onus is on the shop that is selling it. You know, like I've seen there's a new YouTube channel. But yeah, they just want to make some money, and I just feel like there was a new YouTube channel that I was starting to follow, and they actually went to the Jazz Record Center in New York City, and which is a pretty substantial jazz reseller, and they do sell those, and they picked up a couple copies of these like Wax Time reissues, and they were showing them and talking about them, and it was great. But it's just like even people who like have YouTube channels, don't even know about this stuff. So I just feel like I get the idea of criticizing the purchaser, but it's also on us to like pressure these resellers to be like, don't buy these fucking Russian bootlegs, just because they have the correct cover and the track listing matches the original. It's like this is like a messed up reissue from probably a dubious source, and everybody likes to say they're CD. I don't think they're all CD. I mean, they probably download high-res digital files on a lot of these.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
So like so when people say like they sound good, they probably do sound good. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them probably don't sound good. It just depends on what the best source is. But they don't. I mean, the people pressing these don't care about this at all.
No. But
anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. But I just feel like I agree. Like,
sorry. Well, I started collecting again. I just feel like go ahead.
There's like an ethical issue. I'm gonna stop talking. I feel like I'm taking up too much time.
Yeah, well, I started collecting in 2013, and I bought like a couple Billie Holidays and Patsy Cline and stuff like that. There were all the Wax Time ones, and then I think I saw Baraka P Dub video or something like that explaining those, and I said, oh well, and I just took them back and traded them back in. Got some store credit, and it wasn't, maybe I lost like $20 total because I got my store credit back because they were in perfect condition. But yeah, my local shop here that I go for record store day, like his entire jazz section is all Dole and Wax Time and those other ones. The whole thing.
I've seen a lot at my shop too. It sucks, but I think Dan does have a really good point though. When people are dickheads about it, like
they shouldn't be.
Oh, you stupid ass! You shouldn't have bought that piece of shit. I mean, no, you can explain to somebody and say, hey, if you like it, that's cool, but just know there's these issues associated with these.
But I suspect that the people who are real dickheads about it aren't really serious collectors, and they're just people who probably have recently learned this, and they're like excited to feel like they have some knowledge that they want to share. And because like when I see that stuff, I don't even comment on it. Like I don't care what people buy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, I mean, do you guys like when you guys see somebody post a doxy? Do you know, is the first
I did
thing
because
that
I don't want them to have to be disappointed later and trade them back in as well. I just let them know, hey, I bought all
Okay.
those. They don't you know none of the royalties gets back to the original artist or their artist families or their estate or whatever. So
Yeah.
I traded mine back in, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
But you know,
Yeah, that
at
is
the same
important.
time, I think a lot of people are just new to it. They don't know better. They're starting to learn the artist, and sometimes what they're going to do, they're going to buy a wax time or a wax jazz or whatever it's called, or
Yeah.
buy a blue label for $100. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
it's a good introduction to them and to get in hooked. You know,
You know, the first time I
Yeah.
saw those was at Half Price Books. They used to sell the crap
Right.
out of those things 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They had
I do
bootleg
feel like,
everything. It wasn't just jazz. They had bootleg soul records. I mean, everything.
I mean, also like right now my Discogs card, I think I have 24 items like in the checkout.
Yeah.
So I do feel like if there is a record that I can't afford, it's too expensive, and I don't feel comfortable buying it, if there's only shitty, you know, gray label, you know, off market reissues available, there are so many other records that you can get for a reasonable price if you just dig.
exactly.
If you keep digging, you keep learning about it. You know, there's plenty of in that cart. There are like Jazzland records. They're like really, you know, respectable, good records with
Yeah.
great, you know, great leaders, great sidemen that you can get. So it's like, don't always just say like, well, I need to get like these records, because like, just
Yeah.
like forget that, and then, you know, keep digging and looking, and you can find early pressings, good pressings for very reasonable prices.
Exactly.
It just takes, you just really have to be committed. You have to
Yeah.
keep looking, keep digging. You know, like right now, yeah, you just look for, you know, sidemen you like. Like I'm really into Julian Priester right now, so I go and
I
I
got a
literally
good
go
one
to
for you, Mike. I have a good record for you, Mike.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I'll go to his Wikipedia page, I'll see his discography, I'll see what he led, I'll see what he's sideman on, and then I'll start looking. I'll go to eBay and I'll say, not eBay, I'll go to Discogs and I'll look and figure out which of these records would I be interested in, and then are there any available that are within like, you know, $20 to $30 range. And, you know, maybe I won't find it, and then I'll move on to the next musician. But like I just feel like that's my approach now. Like I don't need to have every single thing, but everything I have, I want to buy intentionally because I like the artist, I like the music, and I like the pressing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if you can't find that, like if one of those things doesn't match up, then just move on, because there's the body of jazz music is so big. You're going to be able to find something that matches that, and you'll be happy.
Hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Well, it's been 3 hours.
You're absolutely right. And as we were talking last night, right? When I got my collection, I bought a lot of blue labels. And if you go to the London Jazz Collector, London Jazz, whatever, they're gonna say most of the blue labels are not good. But I think they're just stashing them for selling later, because most of the blue labels sound amazing, and I think people are starting to see that,
I agree.
right?
Yeah, I feel like
Blue labels, the Blue
So-
Notes.
Yeah, even the non-Van Gelder ones. I have some non-Van Gelders that are fantastic. My Maiden Voyage, I think, sounds better in the classic series.
yeah, and I do feel like the records I'm interested in generally, I mean, there's always exceptions, and you know, you could always find deals, but I feel like records are just going up in price. So like if you really want a record and you see it and say it's like $40, and you're like, well, that's a little too pricey for me. Let me wait and just keep an eye on it, and I'll see if it ever lists for 30. I feel like right now, like it's probably gonna list for 50 next time. Like I feel like there's a trend, and records are going up in price, and you should probably grab the one for 40, because in a year from now, that thing's gonna be listed for 60. And it's like sometimes you gotta. It's kind of like real estate almost. Like you just gotta bite the bullet and deal with it, because the price of these things are just going up.
I don't know if that's
And
going
like,
to hold up, though. I mean, if we have a recession next year, I think that's going to change.
but I think for certain records, like these, like Felipe was saying, like these blue notes,
Yeah,
like people are now hip to the fact that these Blue Note, like Black Bee United Artists records that are Van Gelder stamped are very good values. And like they're not always going to be good values if everybody realizes that. Is my point. So
Yeah.
like if like you can find like an Art Blakey record for $40 now, like that's Van Gelder stamped. Next year you're probably going to find it for 50. I just don't think these record prices for these certain types of records are going to go down because there's just so many more people into vinyl. And even if there's a recession, yes, I mean it may impact things to a degree, but I just feel like just grab that sucker. You find a VG Plus for a price you're a little uncomfortable with, you're probably okay getting it.
you shouldn't talk to us or watch our videos if you don't want to buy more records, because
Yeah, that's
we
true.
all have a problem with buying more records, obviously. Well, guys,
Felipe,
I'm getting kind of tired. Y'all want to keep going? It's been 3 hours and 5 minutes.
I just want to ask Felipe, what do you think about that type of analysis I just gave? Do you think there's some truth to it or no?
To what, Mike? Sorry, repeat the question.
I was just saying like how records are like don't like I just feel like records are going up, and like yes, like every once in a while you'll find a good deal, but I just feel like overall, like those Black Bees are going up.
I think the 70s reissues, even like New York pressings are already getting expensive. Liberties are getting crazy expensive. The blue labels are next.
Yeah.
It depends on how old they are, how scarce they are. So as close to origin, the price that they're gonna get, and originals, they're just disappearing. So yeah,
or you can wait for your record to get reissued as a classic series and pay $25 for it.
exactly.
That's true too, and that's what I'm doing with the Moncure Evolution.
Yeah, me too.
Because I would love to have an early pressing of it, but man, that's a near $100 record, no matter what pressing it is.
Well, yeah, and the Music Matters is about 250, I think. 350.
Yeah. Well, I was late to the Music Matters game.
Dustin says what we all know: buy now or cry later.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Well, the thing about the reissues is that I feel like I have three paths of record collecting. One is you go into the record shop and you're honestly just evaluating what they have, and that may be something you otherwise would not ever look at. You have two, kind of your own exploration of like going down Discogs rabbit holes and figuring out what you want to buy and finding the pressings you want. And then three, there's what's being reissued, and it's like basically being curated by Joe Harley or Chad Kassam. And sometimes like the second option is the one I'm most passionate about. It's the one that I'm exploring this because I'm actually interested in this sound. I'm interested in this person. And sometimes like I got like all these prestige reissues from Chad, and that's great, and I got them because I know they're great records, but like it's almost like I don't know how to explain it, but like I didn't arrive to them; they came to me, and it's just like it's a different relationship with the music because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it makes sense. Right? I don't feel that way, but it does make sense.
It does.
Well, it's just like right now I'm really into Julian Priester. Nobody's reissuing Julian Priester, so I can't get it unless I'm buying like an original. But Chad puts out.
You get obsessed with something new every week.
Yes, but nobody's reissuing all this stuff.
Get obsessed with reissues.
I feel like I'm curating my own thing, and it's like I appreciate what Harley and Kassam are doing, and I buy their stuff, and I love to have it. But like sometimes I'll buy it, and like I won't even really get to it or really appreciate it until like months later when I find my way to it.
Absolutely agree with that.
That's what I mean. I just feel like I'm buying these because I know they're great records because they have been curated by these fucking masters of record collecting, and so I know they're great just based on that. I mean, I really put a lot of trust in them. But the thing is that like I may not be ready for it. May not be interested in it. I may not even like it. Like like I said, like I've burned records that are part of reissue series, and in a year from now, I might be really into it. So I'll get off my
Well,
soapbox. I feel like
it's cool. It's cool finding these. Like I'm into Joe Newman, who's a trumpet player with the Count Basie's orchestra, and it's cool finding these guys that aren't the big giant names, and then you can look up their reissues, and they're not as expensive. And a lot of times you can try them out even if they're not on Qobuz or Spotify. You can find someone that's digitized it and put it up on YouTube so that you can check it out first, and then you can get those originals for a lot less than the big name stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Joe Newman record now. I thought I had one that's really good, but I guess I'm full of shit.
oh yeah, I want What's Happening.
I think I lost it. I don't know where the hell it's at. I don't know.
The reason I came upon him is because this guy used to work with named Anthony Foster. He worked at my the call center I worked at, and for years. And then I was friends with him on Facebook after he stopped working there.
Yeah.
And then I come to find out he's Frank Foster's son.
Oh wow.
And so I don't want to bug him all the time, but I'm always like going, oh yeah, it's so cool your dad's Frank Foster's. And he'll like post stuff up sometimes, and I'm like, so I started looking just because I thought it was neat. I know the guy that knew the guy,
That's really cool.
That's how I came across Joe Newman, because I found a record where they were on an album together, and then I was like, well, who's this guy? And you kind of, like you said, go down a rabbit hole, and it's like, hey, well, this is cool because I like these guys, and they're not as expensive to get the originals of, because they're not like the huge names.
Andy,
people aren't clamoring for him.
I don't know how to interpret Andy's response. I am obsessed with Out to Lunch. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke.
No, I don't know. Well, Andy doesn't know all of your 2-week obsessions, and Eric Dolphy was definitely one of those like 3 months ago.
I got really into Eric Dolphy. I mean, I love Eric Dolphy.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, for sure.
No, I haven't had 2-week obsessions. I mean, I have had them, but anyway, I need to run, guys.
Life is making get off the phone.
Okay, I need to go. I need to hang out with the old wifey.
Hey,
What?
old. Hey, don't put me on video.
Okay.
I know.
You hear this?
You guys are gonna get sued now.
All right. Okay. Well, good night, guys.
Tell Carolina that's going to be the intro for our next video. Don't put me on video.
That's going to be the intro to our next video.
No, with that badass coming out like that.
All right, Mike. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Great
you.
conversation.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
I'll see you. Talk to you on Rachel's streams.
Oh, for sure.
See ya.
See ya.
See you.
All right. Well, Felipe, are you about ready to call it a day?
Yeah, let's do it. I got to drive to Miami tomorrow.
All right, cool. So everybody that's left, Elliot, Andy, and everyone that's joined us, thanks so much for joining us. This has been a really good time, and we'll hopefully see you again next week.
Cool. Awesome. Have a good night, everybody. Good week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.